Yo, what's going on? We're back again with another Recipe Purist podcast, joined today by the First Lady Isra, Ibu, Backup Hangman, Manny the Hooper, and Chris, repping on Purist. Today we're going to review Dynamite as usual, talk especially about obviously Mark Briscoe's debut, the Jay Briscoe tribute show, making some Royal Rumble predictions, whatever else comes up really. Please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But yeah, first go around, see how everyone's doing. Manzilla Briscoe, what's good?
You don't even want to know now. I just read some crazy Nigel tweets, man. You just go on to the next person.
Probably needs to come. Chris, what's good?
Hey.
Oh man, of many words as usual. Yeah, Jesus. You don't want to let the people know how you're doing or nothing.
Oh, I'm straight. You
know, you got fans, bro. You know, you're a big draw on these podcasts.
Yeah,
this is your return on the flagship after a while.
Yeah, you come in here, no energy, no vibes, bro. Like, what?
This is a big return, nigga. Like you've been gone. You've been gone for a couple months on the Thursday show.
I haven't done any drugs today. Let me live.
Oh, obviously, Isra, you haven't done any drugs today, have you?
I haven't done any what?
He's asking if you did any drugs today, like Chris, or no?
Oh, nah. I just do vaping. We all got our vices. Mine is it's not mind altering, but it is what it is. Don't do that shit. I do not condone it.
Manny, is that all it was? Yes. Backup Hangman, Ibu of Wrestle Purist. What's good?
I like how you saved him for last because you know he's gonna give you a whole damn monologue.
I went round in a circle. I went clockwise around the people. You know, Manny, Chris. I think yeah. Oh no, he's lagged out and he's back in. We got 2 reviews. Jesus.
Oh fuck.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yo, what's good, man? Talk to the people.
Listen, I'm really happy to be with you guys. We have a really nice crew here today. You know what I mean? Isra's back, Chris is back. You guys are like a family away from my family. How am I doing? When I woke up this morning, not so good. And it's been a very difficult week for me. But the thing about life is, and the thing about life is there's always something that can change the trajectory of your life. And the one that's changing mine is the fact that I'm going to be off this Saturday and I'm going to bear witness to the return of Cody Rhodes.
He booked it off. He booked it off months in advance. He booked it off 3 months ago.
Chris's vice is acid. Isra's vice is her vape. My vice.
What's mine is?
Conspiracy theories. Lucha masks and conspiracy theories. And mine is the belief that the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, is going to return and save the World Wrestling Federation.
You seen this, Chris?
Look at that. He has a fan.
Shout out, dude.
Shout out the Chris section.
I'm part of the Chris
section.
Yo, everybody in the comments, man, show off for the hanger section. Let's see what's going on with the hanger section.
Don't know about all that still.
Swords.
But yeah, man, before we get started, before
my chest.
Anyway, you know, professionals here. Before we get started, like I said, please like, subscribe, and we're introducing Streamlabs instead of not instead of super chats, but we'd prefer it instead of super chats. So this is the preferred way we'd like you guys to send super chats. You can pay using PayPal, so you know it's safe and it's commonly used by like all kinds of different streamers who are much bigger than us. But you know, to be honest, like with the super chats, YouTube do take quite a big slice of that. So it's like this is just kind of a way for you guys to know when you send us a super chat, most of it ends up actually going to the people that you see on screen. Especially for the people like Bam, Far, Showtown Spurs, like those people who send like $10 and more. Like I said, if you want more of that to actually go to the people on screen, then Streamlabs, the link's in the description. But yeah, obviously we still, of course, appreciate the super chats and stuff, and we're not going to turn them down, But like I said, if you want more of that money to actually go to us, then Streamlabs is, that's the way we're going to try and preferred do our super chats and stuff. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and
Also, we're not going to call it the Streamlabs thing. We're going to think of a name to call.
Yeah, we'll come up with some.
Don't call me that shit, nigga.
Listen, guys. We appreciate all the support you guys give us financially.
I wasn't done talking.
All right, well, you've been overruled, Chris.
Like I was
respect.
No, we're calling it hanger bucks. That's what we're calling it.
No, we're not doing that.
Like bucks.
Well, we'll think of a cool name,
We're going to call it Purist Pounds.
Hooper
Purist
Chat.
Pounds.
Purist Pounds. Tomato chats.
Mookie's comment is insane.
What did he say? Someone read it.
What does he say?
I'm not reading that.
What did he say? As a black man, hanger section is crazy.
That is true. That is crazy, bro. Yeah. See, like purist chats, like it's too easy, Like I like Hooper chats. That's kind of cool.
Okay. How about we call it backup bucks?
No, bro.
This shit don't revolve around you.
This guy has the craziest main character syndrome I've ever seen.
I made wrestle beers.
No, you didn't, bro.
I literally made this.
Look at Manny's face right now.
I'm not saying anything. I mean, I have that same complex too when I'm in when I picture myself in a zombie world or something.
Manny gets it. You know why Manny gets it? You think you know he calls himself Manny the Hooper? This nigga wasn't a Hooper before I met him.
Bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. You need to time out. Let's you can sit there for a minute. I'm gonna put it. He's getting a 100-second timeout. That's what he's getting. Set the timer. Okay, cool. He's probably crying in the private chat. Yep, that's what he's doing. Anyway, what should we start with, man? Should we just dive straight into Dynamite? Because that obviously spins into the Mark Briscoe main event, which I really want to get into. Yeah, man, let's start with Dynamite. You know what? Dynamite started with Chris. Go on.
You think we're gonna see Anthony Joshua on Dynamite?
Oh, because of the zone thing.
At Wembley when AEW runs that.
Bro. He only shows up for the big money. You know what I mean? He's I don't know, man. I don't know if he's a wrestling fan. I don't know, bro. Who knows? Maybe. I don't know who that would be for, but
the UK fans, or they bring out KSI.
KSI would be fun, WWE's got Logan Paul, AEW's got KSI.
They got the UK fans.
Yeah, man, that's what we're cooking. But yo, Dynamite last night, obviously the main story was the main event with Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal, obviously, in memorial of Jay Briscoe's 39th birthday. But overall, it was a good show, and obviously we'll go through it and we'll get to the main event eventually. And yeah, man. So it opened up with Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks and Action Andretti. It was a good little opening match, man. Obviously, it's kind of delivered as expected. To be fair, I've seen quite a lot of people being either overly critical or I don't want to say overrating, but going crazy high on Action Andretti. So I just kind of want to know where what are you guys? What do you guys think of Action Andretti at the moment?
Well, look, I thought the standouts those two matches. The match was Action Andretti and Sammy Guevara, and I can't wait for them to have a singles match.
I will say this: people. I did not know people were doing this, but people are calling Action Andrade a fucking Will Ospreay clone for some reason. Well, he doesn't wrestle like Will Ospreay.
No.
Action Andrade.
I like Action Andrade. I think he's better than Ricky Starks, way better than Ricky Starks.
Oh my god!
I think people overrate Ricky Starks.
Yes.
I liked Ricky Starks when he was a heel. Like,
oh my god,
what? FTW Ricky Starks was a good fucking wrestler, but babyface Ricky Starks is so annoying for some reason. I can't get behind.
There's nothing wrong with Chris liking Action Andretti more than Ricky Starks.
Did you see that failed attempt of Ricky when Sammy tried to do the dive and like Ricky barely like reached over to stop him? You know, if this was a shoot, you know, you just run a forearm in his face, you know, when he's doing the dive.
So last night was the first time I watched Action wrestle. I have been keeping up with wrestling very poorly the past like month or so. So last night was the first time I really seen him go at it. And I thought he was really fun. And like I appreciate when AEW actually puts in the fact that they actually put in effort with like younger talent to really put them on. My thing is, are they going to be consistent with him? Because I actually do see him having like a decent amount of star power for his size. Like he's really fun to watch, and I don't really like small people, but like I think he's really fun to watch. Like he's kind of like ambiguous.
What a shot at Rob.
He's really cute in the face, and he can work. I think like I haven't seen him like. I'm so thrown off since my light turned off. I haven't like seen him talking or anything like that, but I feel like there's potential with him if they're just consistent with him.
Yeah, man, he's good. He can do a lot of good shit, you know. We got a. Let me try one of these. I'm gonna try one of these stream chat. So, Bam sent his $10. I would include his name and everything, but like it was quite a long message, so I didn't have enough characters. For Queen Israel, I hope your man's is in the final four in the Royal Rumble. AEW did a beautiful tribute last night, and ROH tribute show. If Mark wants to wrestle more, I believe a storyline of him. 1 second. Where is the rest of it? Of him winning the world title would be beautiful. Yeah, of course it would.
I talked about this yesterday. I talked about this on the late night grin, where I think it would be a great because to reverse this. If you listen to Caprice's video where he had Mark on Twitter, I don't know if you guys saw it, but in the video, Mark kind of hints that he's going to keep wrestling because he says he's going to keep doing it for Jay. So I hope he actually does do it because the story you can tell in Ring of Honor of him going after the big one is something special. You know, of him beating Claudio or whoever they have as a big heel is going to be a great story to tell.
If he's good to go and that's what he wants to do, then he's gonna, the whole of the wrestling world is going to be like rooting for him and behind him, and he's fucking he can carry that weight as well. He's a fantastic performer. It's not even like you're just giving it him. He doesn't like you're not just like forcing someone up. You know what I mean?
And to be fair, I think it'd be awesome if he beats Claudio since they do have history. You know, the Kings of Wrestling in the Briscoes.
Yeah, Claudio's been in there with Papa Briscoe. You know, he's yeah, man. They've definitely told a lot history. But
and also, with like Bam's comment to what he said to me about like Seth being in the final four, we're gonna talk more about that later because I have a lot of thoughts on that.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get into Royal Rumble predictions and all that good stuff. So, Israel's definitely gonna get rolling shit off. So, yeah, man. Where was we? We got a few more super chats, I think. Yeah, we do. We definitely do. Okay, Willie J, $2. Tim Thatcher and Trish Stratton, fun pops this week. We're winning. We're winning over here. That's what we do. Israel, this one's for you. No, Ibu.
No. Okay, I was like, what?
I saw an eye and just I'm not used to this, bro.
El compa Regal, Ibu no Kwemaku. I don't know what that means. I don't know what language that is.
Read that like you know what it means, Manny.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if it's like a mistranslation or what, because I think that's Quema, like cream. So I don't know what that.
I don't know what.
Yeah, that's why it says that Ibu has no cream.
Oh, Ibu has no sauce, probably.
No sauce, probably.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a wild translation.
Yeah, they saw the picture and they were just like, nah.
Yeah, listen, Señor Regal, estoy muy
no salsa.
Estoy muy cansado. Is that sad, right? No, that's tired, right? Anyway, listen, that's very unfortunate. I think I have sauce, but if you don't, then that's your opinion. Thank you for the super chat.
Okay. You be really bad at faking it till you make it. Mavs fan 84 199. Appreciate it. Will KSI versus Omega be better than Roman versus Logan Paul?
Now this is stuff we can break down. Look, we break down this.
KSI is not on Logan Paul level.
That's the thing.
Well, have you seen those UK numbers? You put them together.
But with KSI and Omega, it would have to be an Omega carry job, whereas with Roman and Logan Paul, it was low-key a Logan Paul carry job.
KSI is not the athlete Logan Paul is, but he is a bigger draw than Logan Paul. I will say that, but he's not the athlete.
He is?
Yeah, Logan Paul needs like a big guy. Like he needs a Mayweather. He needs a KSI to sell out arenas. Like for the whole boxing shit. KSI fought some fucking pleb the other day. He sold out. And he has more subscribers and shit like that. So yeah.
Oh, I'm a KSI guy,
I used to watch him when I was younger.
Yeah.
Then I grew up and became a man.
I was with KSI in the trenches.
Not gonna say it on stream, but he had a gimmick that would not fly today.
Well,
I'm listening to Q&As, man. Those are my shits.
Thank you for the super chat, Mavs fan. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's always.
Actually, I have no idea who KSI is, anyways.
Oh my god, man! Here
Darren Walker, 4 pound. Chris,
that's
what you
my
on
man
about
right
Ricky Starks to start and very good promo skills. Feud with MJF was good too. Andretti is okay, but not in the same class as Starks.
I have a question for you, Darren Walker.
Darren Walker, thank you so much for the super chat and the rationality. We really appreciate you.
What's your favorite spot from the MJF Ricky Starks match?
You're such a nerd. Like,
what's your favorite spot? Does anyone still talk about this match? I have not seen a single person talk about this match. Second off, fuck Ricky Starks. He's not that good. He's just fucking. He's light skinned Rock. Yes, I know. I know the Rock is light skinned. No, he's mixed. It's not the same thing. Also,
what?
Y'all just hear that? Like, he said, no, he's not light skinned. He's mixed. That's what.
I just.
Yo, Chris, are you sure you're not on drugs today?
I'm not. Ricky Starks has He has some pretty good aura. He has a nice theme song. His mic skills are, above average.
They're quite good.
No, they're above average. They're not quite good. He's not top 5 in the fucking company.
Who is the top 5 promos in the company right now? List them right now.
Right now?
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston.
Okay. Yeah, nigga.
Takeshita Moxley.
All right.
Mark Briscoe.
Eddie Kingston, Mark Briscoe. I just have Samoa Joe.
Okay. Briscoe ad libs.
Yeah, right. Okay. It's getting kind of hard now, isn't it?
John Moxley.
John Moxley.
Manny, I didn't ask you. God damn it, ask Chris.
John Moxley smokes Ricky Starks.
I didn't ask Manny.
It's just a lot of people I can't think of, but he's not top 5.
Manny helped you with half of those.
All right, he can't help me.
No, I asked you.
Who fucking who, nigga? What's your favorite Ricky Starks match that wasn't a tag match? That's my question for y'all.
What's your question?
What's your favorite singles Ricky Starks match?
Ricky Starks versus Chris Jericho. I thought it was fantastic.
That's your favorite?
Super heated. Yeah, and guess
what? 4-star match is your favorite Ricky Starks match of all time?
Hey, man, listen, it was super heated, and the crowd is more into that than a lot of matches that your favorites have. That's all I'm going to say.
Was the crowd more into that match or the Action Andrade match?
Action Andretti, bro.
I don't know who Action Andrade is, Chris.
I said Action Andretti.
No, you didn't.
I know he did it. That's the thing.
All right, well, answer my question. Which one was the crowd heated for?
They were heated equally for both matches.
No, they fucking weren't.
Run through the tape. Run through the tape.
You really want me to sit through and watch another Ricky Starks match? Come on, man. I already get them enough.
I didn't say he was a bad wrestler. I said he's overrated.
there's so much evidence so far in this pod that suggests opposite of what you said about being sober.
How old is Ricky Starks? 39, right? No, he's 31. He's what, 32, 31?
What?
He's like 31, 32.
Yo. Big
You know what I
AO.
remember?
Yeah, pussy. Yeah, pussy. I'm here. I'm about to go work out. I got one question for Hangman's hoe ass, nigga. I'm not going to drag you for 3 hours. Wait. I got one question for your hoe ass, nigga.
I got a question
one
for
question.
you.
Answer my fucking question, nigga. What is the best Ricky Starks match where he was objectively the better wrestler? What is it? Answer the question. Don't run. No.
Why are you ducking the smoke?
No. Answer the question.
Fucking podcast.
Answer the question.
This fucking podcast, nigga.
Answer the question. What is the best Ricky Starks match that he's objectively the best wrestler? Mind you, Monty, is it not concerning that somebody's a 13-year pro and you can't think of a single match where you're like, yo, this was really fucking good, but and he was also the better wrestler in the match? You can't. Is that not concerning that this is the case? His biggest cheerleader right here can't answer the question.
I'm not a twerker and I'm not a cheerleader, but I'll tell you this. First of all, you have an echo, so mute your mic. Number two, nobody in real life, when they talk about wrestling matches being great, do they go, this guy was the better worker in the match than that guy?
Oh, no. The conversation is not about a match being great, but so-and-so is the better worker or the worst worker. The conversation is, how can somebody be labeled a good wrestler, but they don't have a single match in their catalog which is considered good to great, where they are clearly the better wrestler? How does that happen? I hate Seth Rollins. I can name 10 matches that he's the better wrestler that's considered good.
To help your argument, this is the kind of argument that wrestling nerds have.
No, Manny. Hold on, Manny. Hold on, Manny. I'm sorry. Hold on, Manny. Hold on. Hey, yo, here's the problem with this. Here's the problem with this. Ricky Starks wrestles in AEW. This is the greatest collection of in-ring talent we've ever seen in a promotion.
All right. And that's true. But guess what? How old is AEW?
3 years.
And Ricky's been in the business for over a decade, and you can't give me a match?
Son, nobody knew who the fuck he was 5 years ago. That's number one. Number two,
and whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
Okay, I'm not defending 2017 Ricky Starks. I'm talking about current Ricky Starks being a good talent.
Bro, there's no way you can say someone's that nigga. There's no way you can say someone's that nigga and you can't name a single match that they were the better wrestler that's considered good.
Okay,
it doesn't make sense.
Hey, yo, there's a difference between good and that nigga. There are very few people that I would label.
You bounce on that yellow nigga's dick.
I'm not. That's the thing. I'm not.
You bounce on that yellow.
That's objective.
Nah, you bounce on that yellow nigga's dick. I'm out of
here.
Bad?
So he's bad. He's bad. Get the fuck. Wow.
How many strikes were thrown in that match?
Let me fly through these super chats, man. Maybe you can cry about Ricky Starks in a week.
I'm not even crying. See, y'all put me.
Showtime Spurs $5. Andretti needs to ditch the Buzz Lightyear pajama gear, and I'll take him. Andretti needs to ditch the Buzz Lightyear pajama gear, and I'll take him more seriously.
Hey, look, you guys see Buzz Lightyear pajamas? I see money, for the kids. There you go.
I bet y'all niggas would eat up a fucking nerd ass superhero collab.
Yo, did you?
What is Johnny Gargano doing?
He's injured. He's trying to make the Royal Rumble this Sunday.
Manny, can you translate this, please? $1.99.
Yo estoy.
He's with AO.
I didn't say Ibu, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna read it in Spanish though. He just says he's with AO, and then he said he called him Papi Chulo.
Pop.
Is this big on it, bro?
Appreciate the super chat. Half for £4.49. Copy and Wrestling Observer. What is your guys' boldest predictions for 2023? Streamlabs bugging, so I can't donate through that right now. Okay. Boldest prediction for 2023. Manny, I know yours is going to be somewhat crazy, so let's get it out of the way.
CM Punk returns.
Is that bold at this point? I don't know.
Well, I would say Nigel McGuinness, but, I'm kind of...
Is that a prediction or a hope? Or a dream?
Well, that's why I didn't say him, because it's a hope.
Chris...
He wants to come home. We just need him home.
Agree. Bold prediction. Bold prediction for 2023.
2023 is that a female wrestling match will main event in AEW pay-per-view.
That's not bold either.
Shut the fuck up, nigga. Yes, it is bold. It's never happened before, so how do you
No, it's not. Okay,
how
no,
wait. Bold if it hasn't happened before?
Chris, do you know the definition of bold?
Yes, I know the definition of bold.
Okay. Yeah. He keeps trying to hold himself back for saying the slur. Here's the thing, Chris. If you know it's bold, saying women will main event is not that bold. It's 2023. They have Britt Baker. They have Jamie Hayter. They have Toni Storm. They have Shida. They have,
let's be real. They're not
getting pay-per-view, bro.
Nasty.
Main event in the pay-per-view.
Oh, wait. Did Chris say pay-per-view?
Yeah.
Oh, my fault, bro.
Yes.
I'm tweaking. I'm sorry, bro.
I
thought he meant like TV. I'm like, nigga, what? That's not bold.
I have another one, Monty, before you go, bro.
Go for it.
There will be a female talent that will be booked with the men on a major wrestling promotion.
Oh, Rhea Ripley's already wrestled Tozawa. So
I'm talking about like really wrestle men, not that fucking woman beat up men bullshit.
He did move to her, bro.
Wow, so you want men to chop Rhea?
Kick her in the face?
Israel, have you got any bold predictions for 2023? Oh no, she's gone silent.
We can't hear you. No.
Face.
We can see you.
I literally said something a minute ago. I thought you was talking over me.
No.
I was muted.
We can hear you.
Anyways, well, that explains that. I think what's his face, Austin Theory, is gonna get fired at some point, and I sent a mega push for Montez Ford. I think Sasha Banks is gonna make a return to WWE at some point. I don't know how bold that one is, but I feel like that's bound to happen, and she's gonna do like a whole surprise. And I think Seth Rollins is gonna be WWE champion at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be at Mania, but I do feel like it's gonna happen sometime this year.
Ibu.
I think that Konosuke Takeshita will win the AEW World Heavyweight Championship before this year is over. My second prediction, since we want to be bold, and because I have no penalty if I'm wrong, I think Roman Reigns. This technically bleeds on to 2024. I think Roman Reigns will retire. Yeah.
It's good money though. Yeah.
If that Rock match doesn't happen, he has nothing to stick around for.
Well, he makes good money, bro. He's got a nice schedule, you know. He's eating, bro. You know, biggest star in the business.
I'm not wishing unemployment on Austin Theory. I see it happening.
Don't go with these trolls. Look, there's a million wrestling companies. He's gonna be able to find a job.
I don't know if Tony Khan would sign Austin Theory, to be honest with you.
Well, he might sign Summer Rae.
He's gotta go sign to prison.
Summer Rae
jail needs to sign his ass.
Monty, how you feeling about Summer Rae to AEW, man?
I don't think that's happening, bro. I think she's there.
She should. I think she'll be a good manager.
I'm asking you a question, Monty. How do you feel if like Saraya-ism becomes a real thing in this division, and like she just brings back a lot of WWE names?
Listen, it brings over the fan base, bro.
You know what? So there's been a lot of talk about this whole homegrowns versus WWE women, right? In the storyline, right? And they're trying to get heat by having the WWE girls just kind of shitting on homegrowns. I think if you want to actually bring genuine heat, I think you actually should bring in like 1 to 2, not too much, but just 1 to 2, even if it's just for a temporary, for like a 1 month or 2 months, 1 to 2 Divas era names to just come on TV and literally just talk about how like AEW's women's wrestling is bad. Whether that's a Summer Rae on television or a Nikki Bella. Could you just imagine Nikki and Paige just talking shit on TV? They get so much heat, and like think literally on some like fucking what was that copying Wrestling Observer? Oh no, what happened?
Nothing. I'm just waffling. No,
yeah, no. I'm just saying, like a man they go full female Lambert, like
Nikki Bella can't wrestle for I don't even know how long, but she said that one of her implants.
What happened to Dan Lambert? He done?
Yeah, he left.
She said one of her implants ruptured, so she needs time to heal. But someone did ask her if she had plans of like wrestling soon, and so she just said that she wasn't sure.
Okay, let me.
But it's like not anytime soon.
Scroll through these real quick. Ken Wife guy $4.99. Yeah, Ken Wife guy $4.99. Appreciate it. I love my wife. You know, we appreciate it. You know, as always.
Shout out to Ken's wife.
Shout out Ken's wife. Darren Walker, don't judge feuds on spots. Yeah, Chris.
Bro, Darren Walker just gets me. You know what I mean?
Stark's promo feud with MJF were highlights, and match were very good too. Starks versus Jericho and also lethal too.
All right, listen, you brought up the J match. When the only thing niggas remember from the J match is the spot where he caught fucking the lethal injection to a ranch and bro. That's the only thing people talk about from that match. So we're talking about shut up and let me speak.
And if you think about it, you know, it's more impressive that Lethal was able to land on his shoulders, you know. So you know,
facts.
Jay Lethal Ricky Starks was a good match.
It was
not the ending though. Third spot not including the ending.
It was a good match, Chris. Stop being a dork.
Every spot not including the ending. You tell me any match I found good, and I can tell you more than one spot other than the fucking finish of the match.
Really?
I'm a wrestling fan. Yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. Okay. What do you think about Darby Allin versus Sammy Guevara from Rampage a few months ago?
I thought it was great.
Name me 3 spots from that match.
Okay. Sammy hit a corkscrew plancha. Darby hit a coffin drop to the outside with Sammy Guevara standing. And Darby did his big fucking dive, suicide dive. Bitch.
Oh, into the flying knee.
Fuck you, Chris.
Anyway, let me flow through some super chats, man. Because you know what? Darren Walker feuding Chris is good feud. I like it. Ken's wife guy again, $1.99. Appreciate it. Where is my big AO? That was just a running, bro.
He fucking ran, Ken. He ran because at the end of the day,
he wasn't booked, but he showed up for the fans to keep the shit out of Backup Hangman.
And he didn't kick me. That's what happened. Security got in the way because if AO stays in this podcast for longer than 2 minutes, he's gonna get fucking sauteed by me because he can't go toe to toe with me. Niggas don't debate me on this podcast because they can't. That's the facts. That's why AO.
Bro, no one wants to debate you because you talk too much.
Nobody wants to debate me.
That's wrong. What it is.
Like after your third point, I'm already checked out.
They're gonna get ideologically, theologically, and systematically dismantled. That's why niggas don't bring smoke to me.
Yeah,
all those big ass words just get cooked by a nigga like me who just says fucking nigga.
Fraud. Bree Woo $1.99. Rey Mysterio will sign with AEW this year.
His contract up this year.
I think he's going to retire at the third. But you know, that's why it's a bold prediction. So I appreciate the super chat as always, Bree Woo. You know, Reza Purist for Pizio Romano $2. Austin Theory versus Torres NWA title. Here we go. Manny, how many stars does that get on the Manny scale?
Oh, it's unfortunate that I won't be watching that. Even I have my limits on what I watch.
I don't know why, but the Streamlabs is apparently not working, which is unfortunate. It lasted a good 10 minutes.
This nigga Monty fucking up my check for the week.
Anyway, far $250. Appreciate it as always.
Wait, Monty. Israel says she wants to read the super chats.
Yeah, you read this one.
She literally read my mind. So far, $50. Thank you. We love you. Adrenaline in my soul. Boo.
Yeah.
People really loves Cody Rhodes. Last 2 weeks of opening matches on Dynamite have not been strong. Hello, fellow Muslim Sarat. Yeah, Ali. Chris with the new Wi-Fi. Sorry, Streamlabs is not working. Join the court for a free copy of WB2K23. That was a lot. Thank you, Far.
What was
the backbone of the WrestlePeers Galaxy?
Far, I respect what you do for WrestlePeers, but I'm not gonna let you get that take off, man. That match from last night was a great. I agree with you on that Orange Cassidy match because that was shit. But this week's match was great.
I not watched.
I thought the opener was good.
Nobody asked me my opinion on the opener.
No one cares. Thank you, Far.
We didn't Thank you, Far.
Thank you, Far.
We didn't do that though. I just kind of went like, there's 5 of us on screen, bro. Not everyone needs to say the same thing about the match. Like, if you got something you want to say about it, go ahead.
I thought it was pretty good.
He just wants to hear him talk, bro.
After the whole situation with Mercedes not showing up to AEW, I legit stopped watching because I was so annoyed and put off from AEW entirely. So last night I watched so I could be on the podcast today. So I was like, I just couldn't. I wasn't even watching Raw and SmackDown. I just recently this week I just started watching wrestling again. I was that annoyed with Mercedes not showing up, and it's not that I was crazy about her going to AEW to begin with. It's just the way that they let me down by teasing it. And then it's using Mercedes' name for clout and making little suggestions that she's going to show up so that you
don't realize the business is
done. That is so fake to me.
So I have a question for you, right? So I love the perspective of people who don't watch everything all the time, right? And so I'm going to ask you this. As somebody who's now resampling AEW for the first time in just a little bit under a month, what is your current assessment of the product that was presented to you in general?
It was okay.
And
the show was
okay.
Good. It was, I feel like people expect Dynamite to be this godly spectacle every week. And then if it's not, people either cope by acting like it is, or they just straight up shit on it and be like, well, this was trash. And it's it was literally just a normal ass TV episode. It had some good moments. The main event was great. The Danielson, what's his face?
Brian Cage.
That was really good. I thought the opening was good too. It had, some good moments, but overall it was just a very decent episode of AEW. So I feel like people just need to manage the expectations, because at the end of the day, not every week is gonna go crazy. And that's it is what it is.
My last question to you is, I know that you out of all of us are the least familiar with the Briscoe brothers, right?
Yeah.
And so what was your perspective, I guess, on just, and we'll obviously get into this more in detail broadly with everybody later, but what was your perspective of just how they presented him to you as someone who's not familiar with his work, and how all that came off when it comes to the presentation, telling you about him via commentary, the video package, and then later on seeing his brother wrestle for him at the end of the show?
You could tell that this man is very important to wrestling, and that not just that, but he was important to the community as a whole, and that he's really active in his kids' lives, and that he's a family man. And for me, when I had heard of his death initially, of course it's sad to hear anyone dying in general, especially people when they're young. It's not fair, but it hits closer to home for me personally when I hear about a father passing away, especially since he has young girls. So that was really sad for me, because you just don't know unless you're in that position of how hard it is for young girls to lose their father. And unfortunately they lost both their parents. So I was just thinking about the kids, because I'm very spiritual. I believe that they're going to be in a much better place, but then the people around them are the ones that are going to have to really process this and heal from it. So I just was hoping that, the daughters have a good support system, that they're being taken care of, that their health is in good condition, stuff like that. As for how he's presented, you could tell he's just really important to wrestling. And, you might not always be a lot of people might not consume indie wrestling to really know, but to see that people like him matter this much, it will make them want to go back and watch and see, what other people have had similar impact on wrestling. So it just showed me how important someone like him is to wrestling. And the main event, when his brother, right?
Yeah.
When his brother had the main event, the end when he just looked in the camera and said that he loves him, that really that just hits you. And I was just amazed at how he was able to come out and not just break down into tears, and actually perform a really good match that I really did enjoy. And I thought it was an amazing main event and very memorable. And I don't even like Jay Lethal. Usually when Jay Lethal comes on, I turn that shit off. But it's I understand the history behind the Briscoes and Jay Lethal.
And
So for them to have that match and for him to have that moment and like the roster coming out, it was just like a really important moment. And that's how wrestlers should be presented, you know, after they pass. Like, it's important to really honor what they've given to wrestling, because people, I think, take for granted how much wrestlers put on the line when they are wrestling. And at the end of the day, they're not just like a TV act or like a circus act or whatever. Like, those are real people with real families, and they matter. So the way that AEW had presented that whole thing, it was just like very classy. It was, it's exactly what you should do.
Yep.
That was beautifully said.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. I genuinely like was curious, because it's just like, I know for us, like we're all huge fans of the Briscoes, you know what I mean? So it's like we're really into it, and I mean, obviously, like you just said, everybody is going to empathize with death and things like that. But I was just curious how this came off to someone not familiar with him. So I'm really glad that you shared that perspective. So thank you. Yeah, Monty.
Chat, Ken's wife guy. This far guy is a fraud. Then Far replies saying, "Ken wife guy, what did I do?" There's feuds developing in the live chat.
It's crazy.
Chrissy's feuding Darren Walker. It's crazy out here, bro.
Where's BPJ been? I haven't seen BPJ.
Yeah, where's the custodian, bro? Where you at, bro?
The locker room's getting a little dusty. Like,
yeah, where's Regal, bro? Jim Cornette, he's backing up Ken's wife guy. Shout out to Ken's wife. $2. Appreciate you.
Shout out. Hey, I know everybody shits on Jim Cornette, but listen to his eulogy on the Briscoes.
Actually, don't listen to that. Listen to my eulogy on the Briscoes last on Purist. I'm not
an hour of stories
or cuck. I don't, but don't give that nigga viewership. I need him to die. Fuck Jim Cornette.
I'm not a Jim Cornette person. He has spent a long time. He spent a significant amount of his career.
Oh my God, we are not getting into Jim Cornette right now.
I was gonna make a quick.
Yes,
a super chat. You know what I mean? Someone's popping himself with a super chat. We don't need the EB like.
I was just gonna.
The EB's stance on Jim Cornette. Like,
I wasn't giving my stance.
You was, bro. I know exactly where you was going.
I know he was gonna say, Monty. He was gonna say Jim Cornette spent a lot of time with the Briscoes, so you should go listen to it. No, I should. I know you spent a lot of time.
Bro,
you were gonna say that. I heard you.
It's none of my business what you niggas do with your free time. I was not gonna say this.
Shut up, nigga.
Fuck all of you. I was gonna say one sentence and move on.
Well, you know,
the moment's gone, man.
The moment's gone. You know, it's what happens, bro. You know, Chris done a run in and he fucked up your spot. It's what happens, bro.
He fucked my spot.
Showtime Spurs, $5. Chris is underappreciated in this venue.
Fuck Chris.
Whoa! Watch how you talk to my son.
He's a very bad son. He's a very bad son. I gotta say.
I have no issue with
read.
Actually.
Get cooked. What the fuck is that?
He said,
is that a slur?
It's a big ass monkey.
He said, yeah, you can't read that. He said, get cooked, Gigantopithecus, which is the largest ape known to man.
So see, this is what backup hangman gets.
Yo, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have laughed at that. But what the fuck?
This nigga called me a Gigantopithecus. This is crazy. Rob, thank you for the super chat. I don't like the comparison to a Gigantopithecus, but what I will say is, guys, we have 154 live viewers, this has to be our biggest live viewers because I'm the show in a long time. Sure, Chris. Nonetheless. Can I finish fucking plugging this? Shut up, goddamn, guys. If you can, please like the video. We have so many live viewers, 154 and only 40 likes. So if we can get those likes up, I'd really appreciate it. It helps with the visibility of the video. Listen, I'm sure Chris and Isra did draw a house, man. You guys are big parts of what we do, whether it be Unpierced or the Diva stuff. So I'm happy you guys are back and we can make some magic here.
Darren Walker, £5. Guys, when Backup speaks, don't interrupt him.
I'm currently clanging and banging right now. You feel me, cuz? But I had to come in and call out this nigga's cap. Ain't no biggest live viewership in a long. No, nigga. Last time Big AO was on this motherfucker, we drew over 180 people. All right, nigga. So keep it cute, you non-drawn ass little boy.
I hope people are recording AO at the gym, making a TikTok saying they're taking a space.
Fuck, man. every time I'm about to drop kick AO, man, he's just like, hey guys, I was like scrolling through the timeline and like I saw a tweet about like Doritos. It's like, man, fuck.
Listen,
hey man, I'm just saying,
bro.
I'm just saying, look, man, AO's over here being on podcast while working out. He has not been following the trend.
Darren Walker's true heel. You know,
Darren. I really appreciate Darren because it's like people don't give me my flowers despite all I contribute to this platform. So I'm glad
he's joined your heel faction, bro.
Everyone else is supposed to give you them flowers. You can't be like, you got to give me my flowers. I do so much.
That's not how it works.
No, that's not what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, no. I'm not. Listen, people can do whatever they want. You know, that's why I get tomatoes. I'm just saying it's nice that Darren Walker decides to be away from the pack.
Speaking of backup, Darren, when I went to your mom's crib, she was backing up that thing on this thing. And I remember you were in your room.
What?
And your mom and your room are right next to you.
Yo, Chris, what are we doing?
So, as I was in your mom's room, giving her devious back shots, I just see you peeping your head out of your door, watching. And I just slowly close your mom's door like this, just looking you straight in the eyes as I'm giving your mom, I'm giving you another fucking brother. So remember that, pussy.
AO said Hangman is Darren Walker.
I'm not Darren Walker. I'm not Darren Walker.
Showtime Spurs $2. Dad's a stop being such a Tory. Far 5222 $2. Darren Walker.
Stop bouncing on it. It's gone limp.
Darren Walker, he speaks his truth, bro. I respect.
He does, you know.
I don't always agree with him, but you know, he takes the live chat on.
Therapy with the Galaxy. I can't with this beef.
You see, okay, so you see the live chat. Yeah, sometimes someone will say something, Chris or AO, they'll dunk on them or whatever. Yeah, and they'll run off. They're scared. You know.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Thank you,
Darren Walker. Yeah, he'll drop some takes. I might not agree with him, but like he don't run from the grind, bro.
No,
you know. And he don't get crazy disrespectful or anything, you know, like that. Like he's always just like
how Chris just was.
Yeah. Chris is a child, you know. But
that in-depth fan fiction,
yes, like that was unholy. It's if I said half of what Chris did,
bro. If you would have said it, I'd have had him on to turn your damn mic off.
That's what I'm saying.
No, because you would have made it creepy.
What? If I said it was my smooth, rich voice,
no, there ain't no smooth. You'd have been like, "See me and your mother." You wouldn't believe the fellatio between us.
I don't talk like that. Yo, you know that's Israel's impression of me that I sound like. I think that I.
Y'all in the comments, is my impression of Hangman spot on or is it?
I think it's accurate.
Let's ask the audience.
No,
I'll give it 90%.
I'm gonna set you up right now. I'm gonna ask you a question. You got to answer it as me, Israel. Ready?
Okay.
Hangman, what was your opinion on the opener with Axe and Andretti?
I just thought, you know, the layers and the complexity between the four different, and you know, they're you have three really underrated young guys, and then Jericho was a veteran. And the veteran Jericho, he was able to just facilitate how, like, the whole, like, complexity of the matchup was both, like, that's how you feel.
Okay.
95%.
Okay, you asked me my thoughts, and I'm gonna give you Isra then.
What did you think? What did you think about the women's match?
Can I say something? Jamie Hayter should die.
Jamie wasn't in the match. Yo, stay on topic. Match last night. Stop putting words in my mouth.
I think Ruby Soho is like pretty good for like an AEW woman. I think what's her name? Tony, the girl from the UK, Tony Storm. She's okay. She's all right, you know.
Tony Storm's not from the UK.
That was her vape.
That's not even.
Yo, okay. Who does the better impression, me or Hangman?
I have a deep voice. I can't do a woman's voice.
And I have a woman. Yo, let's ask the audience. Let's move on to the next topic.
You know, since we were talking about Mark Briscoe earlier, who managed to watch the Jay Briscoe Memorial Show and got to see the speeches and any of the matches at all?
I watched the speeches.
Obviously, the speeches were really good. There was quite a few people that ended up speaking. Yeah, man, they let a lot of people speak. Really, I think there was like a good at least like 10 people or something. I've got the list somewhere.
I think it was. I remember one.
Okay, I've got it. Samoa Joe. That was quite tough to watch at the start. Adam Cole done kind of like one of the pre-taped speeches on him, and he also done like a live speech because it's not a promo. You know what I mean? It's like a live speech for the crowd. That was very good. Matt Hardy spoke. Christopher Daniels, Eddie Kingston, Austin Gunn, Ryan Nemeth, Stokely, BJ Whitmer, Zayn Decker, Prince Nana. Claudio, obviously it was great work by everyone involved as well who wrestled on the show. There was a lot of matches that were kind of just like, just throwing together matches, and in the main event you had Christopher Daniels versus Claudio, which is just like, for the Ring of Honor fans, for the old school fans. QT Marshall versus Eddie, it was just it was nice. And obviously in the show as well on the stream they were playing like old Jay Briscoe matches and stuff like that. It was just very well done, and like even like what Israel was saying earlier about like Dynamite last night, it was done in a very classy way. It was it was good. It was good shit. So Manny, you saying you watched the show, like, do you have any highlights from it?
Just they put old Ring of Honor matches in there, Samoa Joe crying. That's about it. I mean, I don't really. The show was cool. I mean, if you watched the whole thing, I didn't, but I just watched the interviews.
That's the main thing, really. It's like the interviews and the matches were kind of just sprinkled in. Like I said, just kind of throwing together fun matchups for the live crowd that were there, But like the interviews and stuff is like the main chunk of it,
The one thing I will say is that everybody talking about Jay Briscoe, the wrestler, is cool and everything, but the wrestlers really made it seem like the man was greater than the wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
And this man was a great, from all accounts, is a great father, and he tried to better his life, but one mistake that we know of just shadowed him, just was just on his back, and he could never get rid of that. No matter how much good he did, he could never improve in people's eyes, which is kind of sad, And I'm glad that Mark was able to get the moment for both of them. And from all accounts, it seems like Mark is going to continue that legacy for Jay.
Yeah, man, it was like I said, it was very well put together, and like the words from a lot of people, because a lot of these people go far back with Jay and Mark Briscoe, like 20 years, especially like guys like Daniels and stuff. So I was hearing them talk about like him as a family man and stuff, and really kind of like go into like Pew the human, because he was very human. He was very, like I said, very classy. It was very human, and it was one of the better nights. And for me, like one of the better 24 hours was like an AEW fan, if that makes sense. Like having Dynamite last night, then going into the tribute show, like we pretty much woke up to this morning. It was just classy stuff. Did anyone else manage to catch any of it?
I caught all the interviews and a couple of the throwback matches, like Jay Briscoe versus Adam Cole. And, what else was it? The Briscoes versus the Addiction, or was it just Christopher Daniels? I think it was just Christopher Daniels, but Kaz was out there.
Yeah,
out there. But yeah, like what Manny said. Most importantly, they kind of just spoke about what kind of person Jay was behind the scenes and how he was just like this light that everyone just loved to see, and he loved to see everyone. And that he did try to better himself from past comments that were horrible comments. But I just think people should always realize that people who are willing to change and willing to learn and willing to just hear what they did was wrong and how what they did hurt people, and then build off of that, and then just go try their best to make them. I don't want to say make amends because I don't know if that's exactly what it is. But to learn how to be a better person and how to be nicer to people. As someone who's part of the LGBT plus community, pansexual dude, you don't see a lot of people who actually are have remorse for what they said. They just write these apologies that their PR team put out for them. But with Jay, it was different from all accounts from LGBT wrestlers and from other people. He was trying his best. Great father, great man. So yeah, it was just heartwarming to see.
Yeah, man, it was. It was, especially like hearing what like Jay would do, like around, like seeing what Jay had done for people in their careers and stuff. It's like Adam Cole's obviously a big one. They like, obviously they dove into that feud in the tribute show. And like Adam Cole even done like a live, like a live speech, and I thought, he killed it, man. Like he paid his respect very well, and yeah, man. Obviously, he touched a lot of people, and so even like what Israel was saying earlier about like he was obviously very important to wrestling, like because he was. It's like that crop of like that special group of people from that Ring of Honor generation. Like they all are in their own way, but the Briscoes are special because they were just kind of like the like the Babe Ruth of ROH.
What? So we've chatted on to that. It's like the Briscoes. Yes, the Briscoes could have gone to AEW, and which Tony Khan and the Bucks have tried to do, or they could have gone to NXT or WWE. But the Briscoes, they didn't want to do any of that, or maybe they want to go to AEW, but they didn't want to go to WWE because, like, wherever they showed up on the Indies, that was like a big deal for everybody involved. Like people wanted to go see them. They made Ring of Honor a place where people wanted to go, where tag teams had to go and prove themselves. Like wherever they went, they made it the place to be. And I don't think we're ever going to see indie act like that again. And they're actually going to stay in one promotion.
Yeah,
probably never again. Like 2 decades, especially at like the levels they were going at.
The caliber of I should say the caliber of wrestlers of the Briscoes are never going to stay in one promotion.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah.
Mate, it's special stuff. It really was. Like I said, classy. That's kind of the word that's kind of stuck with me with the way they've handled things recently. We've got a few more super chats. Also, I wanted to kind of a shout out to Tony Khan for because it's been reported that he fought very hard to actually get Briscoe and a Jay tribute on Warner Brothers Discovery programming. Obviously, we spoke about it a lot last week. Kind of just saying fuck Warner Brothers Discovery. And even it's not even like they're not out of the mud yet. Tony Khan shouldn't have had to have fought very, very hard as reported to be able to pay respects to someone as important to the business as Jay Briscoe because of a tweet 10 years ago when, from all accounts and people around him, that isn't the person that he is now. So shout out for Tony to pushing it through and really staying on it. Because obviously the books talked about trying to get the Briscoes into AEW when they were first forming AEW. They couldn't do it. I'm sure Tony tried again when he bought Ring of Honor. He couldn't do it from the sounds of things. And obviously when Jay first passed away, the day after, he wasn't able to do anything. So, better late than never. But shout out Tony Khan for that.
Yeah, and it's really impressive that it's kind of shocking and impressive depending on how you view it because he actually did it when they're in the middle of a big negotiations, with the company.
Mm-hmm.
So any other company, probably would have been like, F you, you could just go somewhere else. Mm-hmm. But the chance he's willing to do on his talent, is pretty. It says something about him,
Yeah, man, he made it happen, and it was very great to see as someone who huge Briscoe fan for a very long time. Far 422 is finally giving you some flowers. $2, appreciate you.
Far, thank
you
you.
There?
Yes, I am there. I'm just letting you guys talk. Far, thank you so much for the super chat. Really, really appreciate that.
Ken's wife guy $4.99. As the guy who is empowered by the love of his wife, I will squash for like the peanut. He is and take back the. I don't even know what. The fuck?
Someone you want to take back the court for the wife guys and AO. And then I think Far responded to this.
They're really having like a super chat feud. It's
I'm gonna eFed in
I respect it, you know. Like if you want to keep sending super chats and feuding that way, then you know,
go right ahead. You know, you end up getting your creative on the show.
Where's Darren Walker gone? Don't tell me he's run after all. Put him over.
You guys scared him off. You guys scared a good man. A guy
who Chris terrorized him.
Listen,
I put him over for not running, and don't tell. Darren Walker, if you're here, just say something.
Darren Walker spoke his truth on behalf of a man who speaks nothing but the truth, and he got crucified for it.
No, don't say nothing, Darren. Before
Israel, you ready for some super chats? Israel, Mavs fan.
One thing that wrestling always does really well are wrestling tribute shows. Jay's show, Brody Lee's show, even Benoit's tribute show were well done. Yeah, I agree.
I would have maybe said Eddie Guerrero, but yeah.
I was just gonna say like Eddie Guerrero's was my favorite tribute show.
Shout out Benny.
Rest in peace to all these men.
Did man just say shout out Benoit?
No, he didn't. Anyway, Israel, another super chat.
Karl Marx, $4.99. Thank you. Russell Pierce comrades. Hi, that Tony Khan guy, a true wrestling promoter, a proletarian, a true wrestling fan. The Communist Party stands with Tony and Russell Pierce. Communist Party standing with a billionaire is nuts, but I get where you're going with this. He's a stand-up guy for what he did with the Briscoes. Far $5. Thank you. You can have the cord, Ken, wife guy. I'm just here for the good vibes and fun time. Your wife would want peace, Ken. Yo, Ken, you gonna let him bring up your wife?
Oh my god.
Look at this.
I wouldn't take that if I was you. And then Ken responded $1.99. SCW Super Chat Wrestling is the strongest E-Fed around.
Far's gonna be cutting promos. Kevin Wolf cutting promos. You know, Darren Walker.
You gotta set up this match, bro.
Yo, listen.
He's still here. He hasn't run from the ground.
Yo, Monty, you know how like Monty, you know how like for
ROH
guys. Thank you, Darren. We appreciate that. Monty, you know how like ROH was like just heavily on Dynamite, and people used to be like, oh my god, too much ROH on Dynamite, right? SCW is the promotion within our promotion in WrestlePierce, you know.
Brian Pill, we need the custodian running at the end of the show.
Yeah,
Mookie, you're right about that. He was good at that.
If you watch WrestlePierce podcast, you're getting some SCW. That's just what you know. That's what it is.
Showtown Spurs $2 says gentlemen can't we all just get along? I mean, I don't know, man. I like the feud. I like it. You know what I mean? As long as we keep it respectful. Just doesn't talk about people's mothers, you know?
Yeah.
Monty's not a messy bitch that lives for the drama.
We need the drama, you know. We need the drama. Yeah, man. Jay Briscoe tribute show. Very well done. Loved it. Let's get back to Dynamite. So we talked about Andretti. Ibu was moaning about how I didn't ask him about it. I didn't ask anyone about it, really. But I will ask you that there's been Action Andretti discourse on the timeline, Ibu. Do you think he's underrated? Do you think he's overrated? What do you think of him?
To be completely honest with you, I have no strong opinion on Action Andretti.
Well, what do you think of him, though?
I mean,
you don't have to be strong. It's just like, what do you think of him?
Here's the thing. Chris Jericho decided to arbitrarily choose somebody that he thought stood out on AEW Dark, right? And he had a match that was laid out where it's going to get the jobber over in the singles match, and it was super heated. And to Andretti's credit, he didn't absolutely wilt under the spotlight of the pressure. He did his stuff in the match against Jericho, got over huge, and then Jericho put him over, right? Cool. I think as an individual moment in a match, it was a really, really cool thing. a feather in Jericho's cap. It got over massively. You know what I mean? So I did think that, but like following that, I did kind of like I didn't go, oh my god, like Chris Jericho just created like this overnight wrestling sensation. It's up to him to put in the work. But what I will say is this: I think Jericho in his mind, he doesn't want this kid to get fandangoed because Jericho put over Fandango and that nothing came of that. You know what I mean? Like he never became a big star. And I do think that there's something. I do. What the hell? I'm just getting my. What the fuck? I'm just saying, like I
Chris has gone off camera and everything.
I don't get it. Look, the truth is, I think that, in his mind, it's like I have to follow through with this because otherwise, then it makes no sense that I jobbed him, right? And I could see someone kind of thinking, what is it about him specifically that made him chosen for this role compared to some other guys? I could see that, and I could also see people going like, it's not, sometimes you have to do those organic things in wrestling. You know what I mean? So beyond that, I have no real strong opinion on him. There's a bit of an industry plant vibe to this situation, but at the same time, it's not like so offensive that I'm like, like, oh my god, like get this off my TV. So it just is what it is. The opening match itself was solid. Israel's vaping off camera. Andretti's a good athlete. Many blessings to him.
Shout out him. Everyone, you can come back now. Chris, Israel. Israel.
Oh shit.
Ken Wife got 199.
Really
get my wife. Ken Wife got 199.
Who, me?
So, get my wife's name out your mouth. And Noki slaps Far. Far, you gonna take that slap?
Noki,
you gonna let him slap you?
Crazy, real stuff. It's real graps.
Far, I wouldn't take that if I was you.
I'd send, Far, if I was you, I'd send him $1,000 super chat right now just to stick it to him.
Honestly,
show him.
No,
I'll tell you what.
No way Ken matches that.
Whoever tops
Far, look at my phone. Look at my phone. Y'all see how cracked the screen is? Does anyone want to pay for me to get a new screen? Because it's been like this for a month, and I can like barely see half my phone.
Ibu not doing that?
That's crazy.
You kind of pocket's kind of empty with that one.
What? He never asked me. He didn't ask me.
I will say Far does a great job.
She ain't asked me. She back of bucks,
That's crazy, bro.
Back of bucks.
Okay, so next up on Dynamite after the opening tag match, we got a we got the real Jay Briscoe tribute video that we should have got like last week. It was produced by Zane Decker, who is the old ROH video producer, editor, should I say. Works with AEW now, but obviously, he's spent a lot of time with the Briscoes, and it was a very well put together, like 3-minute tribute video. Kind of just echoes a lot of what we've already said. What? Oh, far dropping numbers. Okay.
I'm not reading that one.
I'll read it. I'll read it. Ken, what does me, Adam Cole, Christian, and Jungle Boy all have in common with your wife?
$100 super chat. Appreciate you, Far. I don't know about the message.
No, you gotta boom him at this point. No.
Honestly,
Wife guy said, "Yo, I'll just send him my little $2 and shit. I ain't doing this."
Yo, Ken, you got to send 200 now, bro. Like you can't let him play with you like that.
Fight back, Ken.
Fight back,
bro. He outbids you and disrespectful. Man, come on.
They're calling EB broke in the comments.
Hey, get your lick back, nigga.
Yo, niggas will call me broke in the comments. How that even happen?
Academics might start covering.
He's 5'6".
So far,
I am not 5'6".
He was talking about I'm 5'10" with shoes on, and the shoes are platforms from Doll's Kill.
Time out.
This man is sick.
I am 6 foot tall with shoes on. All right.
No.
I am.
No, you're not.
Guys, I will go.
No one cares that you own a pair of Tim Heels.
Tim Heels. Monty, what's your new joke going to be when I prove that I'm 6 foot? Like,
You were talking about
It's not a joke,
I'm this
bro.
tall
I
in
just don't
Tim's, and the
believe it.
Tim's
Like,
are
I
the
just
ones that have a
genuinely
heel
don't
on.
believe it.
It
I
don't
still
got the
don't.
heel on.
I wouldn't believe that Chris is 6'2" either if he didn't show us like physical, documented evidence.
Chris don't got nothing to lie
Chris
about.
is 5'10". Chris is 5'10".
I already showed them my fucking ID. You fucking dwarf.
Man, I think he was like 5'8", bro. Like,
oh my god.
That's what I'm talking,
bro.
Wait a minute, send me a picture of your ID right now, and I will confirm it.
Encouragement. Let me just
Look,
get that.
Let me check. Let me check what it says.
Bro,
Yeah,
man, come on. Ken's giving man's getting his wife. Come on, man.
Whoa, Ken, you let your wife? I understand it. Ken said his wife will kill him if he sends $200.
Oh.
Get your lick back, Ken.
Breewu said damn $1.99. Appreciate it. Big Hero Chris $2 said fight back Ken.
Shout out to any nigga named Chris. Shout out to you, Chris. One of the funniest niggas I know.
Alfred Kunawa $1.99. As 51% owner of WrestlePurious, I'm a higher Ken's wife to WrestlePurious. See, Ken, they're talking about your wife, crazy, bro. Like Ken said, he can't front the 200 because his wife will kill him. Yeah, bro, sue these niggas.
No, talking about this super chat.
Fight back, like,
get your lick back, nigga.
Yeah, just I don't know, bro. Just drop, say something,
All right, don't even send the super chat. Dynamite review.
We gotta get this. We gotta get this Dynamite review moving, man.
We gotta restore order in the house.
Absolutely.
Okay, fine. So the Jay Briscoe tribute. Shout out Zane Decker.
That's that attitude, nigga.
Like, fine, bro. This your show. Get your shit in order.
Yeah, is this what I mean? It's my show, so do what I want.
It's actually mine.
Bro, it's not, bro.
Like 5 a.m. where you at?
This guy came back from hiatus, which
this is mine and Monty's show. We've been here every week.
Yeah, bro. This guy comes back from hiatus, put CEO, president of WrestlePurious in his bio.
And I'm just riding my wave because I said that I'm the first lady. He put the president. As soon as I seen he put the president in his bio, I took first lady out of my bio.
Wow.
He just said, I want no part of that bullshit, bro. I'm not spiteful enough. I'm not spiteful enough to be like, yo, we be like, take that down, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but like, low key, take that down, bro. Like,
you need to chill. Like, you really need to chill.
Absolutely not.
The thing is, like, everyone else around here, like, they'll call him, they'll entertain it, and they'll call me the first lady. Nobody's calling you the president.
Not one person.
You know why?
Person.
It's because they're salty.
We call AO EVP AO. That caught on. First lady caught on.
Nobody fucking calls me EVP AO.
Got way too much dip on your chip.
I don't have too much. I need more dip on my chip, actually.
No,
and
you eat too much.
I'm doing pretty good this year. You know what I mean? Bringing the carbs.
Ken wife guy is fighting back. More important news. Ken's wife got $4.99. I'm not sending $200, but I will strip this man of his mod rights and his wallet.
Far, he said he's gonna rob you.
Off of $5 super chats.
Okay. Yo. Oh my god, not this again. Showtime Spurs $5.
Sent him $5. Has Monty learned how to pronounce Nikita Lyons yet? Hope Ashley Babbitt recovers from torn ACL in minutes because I don't know who that is. Monty, pronounce her name.
Nikita Lyons.
Is that not right?
Yeah, that's right.
Did y'all see Zoe Starks in her quotes? Just like she destroyed her. She was like, "It's okay. The fans will find a new ass to stare at."
So let me give you guys some a mild insight on this.
Oh no.
NXT wrestlers were told like, hey, yeah, you can further stuff on Twitter in kayfabe, right? And like, there's been multiple instances of like talent just kind of getting their shit off and using kayfabe as like an excuse to do it. People have been reprimanded in the past for it, where literally like their tweets will get reported to like an NXT higher up, like, hey, I think this person was attacking me, and it wasn't kayfabe, and like that nuance has created issues. So
Well, I mean, just look at what happened to Quincy.
Yeah, shit. WWE Gareth 199. Ibu is my president.
Thank you, Gareth.
Rob, go for it.
Get fried. I can't even pronounce that word.
Yeah, I'm not even.
How you say that?
That's Ibu's.
Gigantopithecus.
Nerd ass nigga.
Yo.
I am not a Gigantopithecus. You know.
Well, that's what Rob's saying, bro. Already? Well, he said it again.
Please, on this podcast.
Thank you, First Lady.
Want to review Dynamite? Jesus. Buddy Matthews versus Darby
Allin. What did everyone think about the women's match and the finish of it?
We're not there yet, Israel.
I would like to get there now because someone has to be productive, and it's not any of you.
All right, we'll talk about that. We'll go back to Buddy. I think that Ruby.
Nobody want to talk about Buddy.
I do. I actually do. Her face. Listen, Ruby Soho is really good. Toni Storm, I was wondering what she was going to show me here, and she worked heel pretty well. I thought this was genuinely the best match before the main event on this show, actually. I like this more than everything else. The finish was super lazy WWE style booking, where it's just like theme music, distraction on the ramp, pinfall. But as a match, I really did enjoy this. So
I think I did think the match was pretty good. This is where I started to watch Dynamite live. I think the match was actually pretty good, but I think the WWX finish was kind of the point. I think they can play into it being the point. It probably wasn't. They probably just
it's called psychology, evil.
Facts.
Oh my God.
Layers and complexity. You wouldn't understand it because when you watch it, you have to watch it from a certain perspective.
Don't use my quotes on me. Don't use my quotes on me. Don't use my words, my statements. Did you like the women's match, Manny?
You don't own the English language.
Did you like the women's match, Manny?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was good. Toni Storm's gonna kill somebody with that Sweet Cheeks music. I thought she should have beat her. Did you see the way that Ruby's head ricocheted off the turnbuckle?
Bro, I've been noticing this from a minute now. I'm like, bro, it looks so dangerous. Like it looks like
it should be a finisher.
Yes.
She should try it on me.
Toni Storm's hip attack.
Why do you have to take it?
Toni Storm's hip attack was more violent than Yokozuna's Banzai.
Wow.
I got so mad when Toni didn't win because I said, man, no, nothing Ruby threw at all in that match equaled the same amount of force that Toni threw in that match. Like there was no it was very disturbing that how she lost.
I'm also glad Toni isn't orange anymore. That was a horrible look for her.
Did you like the women's match, Monty?
She also went heel because she changed.
Yeah, it's good shit, bro. Ruby was throwing them forearms. It popped me. For the first opening 2 minutes, Ruby threw at least 30 forearms. Laying them in, getting some chops.
What do you think? What do you think right now? I know we've kind of broadly talked about the general direction of the storyline before, but right now, right? What do you think of the setup of the women's feud we have right now in the division with the homegrowns and the WWE girls?
Not much to say about it, bro. It's only been going for about a week,
Mm-hmm.
So let them get cooking,
Mm-hmm.
Who did we lose? We lost Israel. Shit.
Yeah. It's fine.
When Israel, we lost Israel before, and we was like, no.
That's the most I don't even know what the word would be, but that's the moment that as you continue to tell the story, it gets more dramatic than before. At first it was Rob going, Hangman lost Israel and said no, and now it's turned into me jumping on the floor and clutching my chest.
Nah, bro. I think it was funny enough for me to have a screen recording.
Am I freezing?
Might even still have it.
No, you're good now.
You're okay for the moment.
Is that shit working?
Yeah. Someone in the chat said, "Bro, Hangman almost cried on that episode, and Israel laughed at him on Twitter for it." Listen, she lagged out, and I was like, "Oh man, that
that isn't what happened, bro. You literally said no."
Wait, no, what happened? The last 2 minutes. What did I miss?
They're talking about when I said no when we lost you in your first podcast.
Yeah, he was acting like I got like pushed off a cliff or something. Like, relax.
I didn't know. I was just like, oh man, like.
Yeah, see, now you're
No,
trying
you
to not
cannot rewrite
undersell it.
history because we
Yeah, you're trying to undersell it now and be like, oh yeah, man, that sucked. But no, bro, you literally said no.
Y'all not gonna make me look crazy, like
because it's what happened, bro.
And he says that go in the spaces every time I say something, but literally everyone like.
No, I mean,
Israel,
you're back now. Freezing. Say something.
Yeah, you're freezing a little bit. We'll keep moving, you know?
Yeah.
We'll keep moving. She'll come back, you know, the connection will fix itself.
I'm trying to turn my camera off, it's not working.
Far 5 for $2, $10. Ken, we can be Super Chat Wrestling Tag Team Champions together. I'll be your Sami Zayn to your Kevin Owens. So look, this is a story arc right here, you know?
Fire, bro.
Real story. Appreciate you, Fire, as always. Muggsy Boogs, 199. I tricked it over Ibu in a scrimmage.
Monty, as a Brit, do you get the context of this joke?
Yeah, Muggsy Boogs is like the smallest player to ever be in the NBA, isn't it? When he like 5'4",
bro, he's like 5'4", 5'5", bro. Like, playing with dudes who are like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9".
Yeah, he had that leap on him, bro. He had that leap on him. Pop. But yeah, man, Ibu's 5'8", max.
No, I'm not.
That's my current stance until proven otherwise.
How tall are you, Monty?
I'm 6.
Bro, Monty.
You know what it is? Last time I got measured, I was 6'1", but I didn't quite believe it. So I'm saying I'm 6.
Monty, if we stood face to face, we'd be like eye level.
Nah, you're 5'8", bro.
Monty thinks like I would be looking up at this dude. Like I would just, you know.
5'8", bro. Darren Walker, £5. Tony versus Ruby was good, but I showed no Jamie on Dynamite. We need more Jamie. She's fantastic. She's a world champ, so we're gonna get lots more of her, I'm sure. So
she had a pre-tape
every week.
Yeah, she did get a pre-tape. You know, she's gonna be facing Emi Sakura, which you know we'll get to.
Which is
pop. Far 522 again, $2 as always. Darren, Jamie was literally there on a pre-tape. See, you know what I mean?
Own that.
Talk to him. Imagine being British, bro. Must be tough. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, brutal. Okay. Where are we? I can't believe we've still lost Israel. But
we're talking about Buddy Matthews.
Let's go back. Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin TNT title. Ortiz. There's Israel. We cooking.
Oh.
There she is.
I hate this. I'm using my phone.
Yeah, man. Buddy Matthews versus Darby Allin. Good bit of business, you know, as Ibu says. I mean, it was a title defense. That's what it was meant to be, bro. Like just a Darby title defense, because they're doing this run of like Darby's doing this work rate run, you know.
I think this was Darby's weakest title defense so far out of the 3.
Nah.
No, this was better.
This was better than the Juice match, bro.
Yeah, it was better.
I'll give it the Juice match. It wasn't better than the Mike Bennett match.
Yeah, the Mike Bennett match was like.
Well, you know, Mike Bennett's a hooper.
Yeah, like Mike Bennett. I think he's underrated, bro. So
shout out the Kingdom.
Good worker.
I got something for you.
So did you see?
I do think it's time to have a chat about Buddy Matthews.
Before we have this chat about Buddy Matthews, I'm just curious. Before we lose Isra again, Isra, what do you make of Buddy Matthews tributing your guy Seth Rollins in the match with the buckle bomb?
I think this is just proof that Seth Rollins really has sons out here. Like these little guys just want to be him, and it's crazy how like all these years ago when he was Seth's disciple, like he's still riding his dick like all these years later. You know, it just goes to show that he's just that guy. He just has impact. He's a lot of these wrestlers' daddy. Continue with the conversation. I'm gonna try to connect with my laptop again.
Before we say, Monty, do you think when he did that? Do you think?
Oh shit, Rob's down there.
Oh boy, Monty, what the hell is this setup?
Devin, your setup, nigga, bro. Like, what's yours?
This is a
Okay,
scary setup.
Listen, let me get my buddy take off right quick, please. please.
Okay. Go for it.
I think it's fair to say Buddy Matthews is not that guy as a single wrestler in 2023.
What do you mean by not that guy? Do you mean that he's bad, or do you mean that he's not amazing? Because I don't think people will go in that far with him anyway. You know,
he's not the level he was in WWE. Like,
okay,
he's not that performer anymore.
I do agree with that.
And it is, and the guys who I'm like, it's not the booking's fault. He's not that performer anymore. It's some goddamn fucking steroids he was taking. Nigga gained like 50 pounds of muscle. He looks fucking amazing. He looks like a fucking actor. But like he can't do this he used to be able to do. So now he's just Seth Rollins, Kenny Omega merchant. I call him Kangaroo Kenny. Because he stole Kenny's whole moveset for a while. I think he's still a wrestler. He's good as a third man in a which he is. I think he's the third man in House of Black. He's good as a third man. Right now, he can 100% if he lays off the HGH and he tries to get back to like being like that who had to go out there and make a name for himself, like he did against Roman and who else did he face? Roman and
Bryan Danielson.
Those two matches,
Mustafa
they were
Ali.
like the best matches in forever. So if he goes out there, he loses some of that fucking HGH weight. A good, solid TNT champion one day, all-anti champion one day. But right now, he's just not that guy.
I think Buddy Matthews is a natural athlete, and he's put on some muscle mass.
He doesn't need it though. He didn't need that much.
Yeah, probably even in WWE into worth life, you're still built like an animal, and like he's still had a little bit more pop, and said, as far as I'm aware, it's an all natural, all natty athlete.
Have you guys sat down and thought that maybe AEW is where the big boys play?
Facts. Talk that shit, man.
This is what we need, Rob, on the Thursdays. Ken's wife, Guy 499, after negotiations with Mr. Farr, and Mr. Farr and I have decided to become co-owners of Super Chat Wrestling, but I get to keep his wallet. Big wallet, bro. Far's Tony Khan's accountant, so where we at? Far 422. In response, Ken Wolfguard as co-owner of Super Chat Wrestling. All inquiries go through Ken and his lovely wife, Pop. Darren Walker, £5. A question for Israel. Will Divas podcast return on Sunday? Any news when Anna returns too? Yeah, Israel.
I answered him in the chat. We can't even hear.
He didn't ask you, Ibu.
We can't hear you, Isra. We can't hear
you. Nigga.
Speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I have to say about that is stay tuned.
Again.
For her, I cannot speak for her, but from what I do know, around February, mid-February, possibly available to podcast again. But stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Darren Walker, as always. Brewu 199. Buddy's piss will burn through a titanium cup. Bro, he's all natty.
What is wrong with y'all? Like, what?
Did this nigga just call him natty?
He's natty, bro.
What the fuck?
It's all natty. He's natural.
You're
He's all natty, bro.
Yo, Monty, I have a question for you. So when he did like the Seth stuff, right? Do you think that in his mind, right? Do you think like he's one of those guys who like he thinks his whole career is interconnected like storyline and like gets into the minutia of like all these little kind of Easter eggs and is just like
I think he's just doing cool moves, like
nah bro, that back
those singers those singers that are like Jacques, that's like mostly known for doing covers of other artists' songs but not really their own original music popping off. What's the equivalent of that with wrestling? Because that's what Buddy does. Like he does a lot of covers. But he don't make his own music.
And he doesn't even do the covers good, man. Let me say, man, he doesn't even do the covers good, man. Like that suck, bro. Come on, bro.
It's just that Buddy got in the ring and said, This Christmas, fireside's blazing up. Like, damn, nigga, where are your songs? Like, where are your songs?
Nah, but Josh Alexander is so much worse than Buddy when it comes to tribute wrestling.
Wait, what do you say?
That nigga does 3 TNA Legend finishers at fucking contests. It's
Josh Alexander, right?
Hold up.
No, but that
how
match
many
was meant to be like that, bro. Like the Eric Young match, they were just hitting TNA finishes for the last 15 minutes.
I love that match.
Let me break this down for y'all. The worst cosplay wrestlers are: one, it's
my
Mexican wrestler. It's Mexican wrestlers copying Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio. 2 is Josh Alexander. 3 is Buddy Matthews copying Seth Rollins and Kenny Omega. And 5 is damn, I forgot his name. I'll remember in a second.
Okay. We'll wait for you. Chris, I think this one's for you, bro. £2 from Harv. Would you guys welcome CTE if you got hip attacked by Tony? He disappeared. We lost him.
Man, CTE ain't that bad. Look, Michael Irvin's on TV every week.
That's crazy.
He acting up.
What could I think from? The light skinned Monty just jumped out there. Fine. You know, Israel's talking spicy, you know what I mean? That's I have to roll my eyes a little bit in that.
Someone earlier in the chat, this is like, you're not gonna find it, but like someone said that I would be a good manager for a wrestler, and they suggested that I manage Wheeler Yuta. And listen, Wheeler Yuta, managed by me, would really get him over, like, for the first time. Like, Moxley, he's goated at this point. He couldn't do it. Danielson couldn't do it. What's his name? William Regal couldn't do it. You really just he needs me. I would turn that boy into a man, and nobody will be ready for it. But unfortunately, he's stuck where he's at.
Wait a minute.
Sucks to suck. If you want to really like be him, hit me up.
I remember the fifth worst cosplayers. It's Bullet Club leaders copying past Bullet Club leaders. Quit that shit, bro. I'm sick and tired of seeing fucking Styles clashes.
Styles clashing
bro, every Bullet Club leader epic match towards the end. Styles a crash there. Styles a crash, and it's like
Bloody Sunday.
Yeah, they always did a Bloody Sunday.
Every time. Okay.
And then everybody just attempts the one-winged angel. Nobody ever hits it. They just go for it.
Yeah, no one's allowed to hit the one-winged angel unless you're like
put the super chat up right now.
Okay.
Far sending $2. Shout out to Far. He said Isra got more bass in her voice than Yuta. Let's talk about it, because someone will be cutting a pretty good, decent promo, minding their business right in the back, and out of nowhere comes this pipsqueak and just inserts himself, and he'll get in the face like, "Hey man, I want to wrestle you on Rampage." Like, who said for you?
No, it'll literally be like, "Hangman Adam Page, we are forged in combat," and then Claudio will be like, "The Blackpool Combat Club, we will fight anybody." Yeah, so this Friday at Rampage, we're gonna come and get you.
We're gonna get you.
I'm tired of you fucking
That's
with
crazy, bro. That's crazy. Oh,
me and my friends are gonna go get the teacher.
Speaking of friends, Adam Cole video package. He's getting back to he's getting back to 100% health apparently.
Shout out to Adam Cole.
Shout out to Adam Cole. Bandana Adam Cole is back, as Britt Baker said.
He's put on some muscle.
Who said that?
Britt Baker.
What'd she say?
She said Bandana Cole is back. Everybody's fucked or something.
Yeah,
like
she
that.
need to keep her mouth shut like for the next couple weeks.
Well, Adam Cole's back.
Yeah,
It was a cool little video package. You know what I mean? Everyone's fired up to see Adam Cole come back. See
did Adam Cole? And I'm not dissing him, so don't get in your feelings because I know y'all like to cry about anything. Has he been going to the gym? Did his physique change at all, or is he the same?
It looks like he's been.
We haven't seen him yet.
Maybe found some Buddy Matthews stuff.
He's not, buddy, man. He's not.
Really? We'd love to see it.
Yo,
Get
Chris.
this
Let's see what happened
right now.
Chris.
He's messing up my Wi-Fi.
Chris,
No.
Yo, Monty.
Chris, we had a super chat which I wanted to direct to you.
What?
Would you guys welcome CTE if you got hip attacked by Tony?
Nigga, I'll turn into Herschel Walker for that fucking hip attack.
That's crazy, bro.
Chris won't even turn his head. He just
Bro, I'm not turning
He
nothing.
lean forward.
he leans forward. And
Yo,
Might
who
get a
remembers
sniffle,
when
nigga.
Who remembers when Matt Hardy thought he was gonna get stink faced by Tori Wilson, and
Mhm.
he was like, oh, with his mouth open and shit. He had his eyes closed and shit, like okay, and then fucking Rikishi did it. Oh my god, that was crazy. That's Chris, bro.
Real grips, you know.
He's
Oh.
idiot.
Boom. So next up, we had Ethan Page and Matt Hardy versus Jungle Hawk. Does anyone have
Shout out
anything
to the
to
Twin
say on
Twins.
this?
we can just move on.
Yeah,
Shout out to Jungle Boy and shout out to Hook.
I'll say this. Ethan Page is my least favorite member of the firm.
Yo,
Okay.
I have a question, and we don't gotta get into this too much, but Isaiah, what's his face?
Cassidy.
Does he really sound like that?
Yeah.
That's how he talks?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever
Yeah.
heard him speak before. I was just I didn't know what to expect coming out of his mouth, but it wasn't that. Continue.
Wait,
Okay.
Chris. Who's your worst member of the firm? Because it can't be Big Bill Morrissey, right?
He just said
I love Big Bill Morrissey. I think they're fucking a great tag team. Ethan
Worst
Page
member of the
is
firm
worst
is Ethan
member.
Page.
Wait, is that what you said?
I'll say Ethan Page is the worst.
Oh, never mind. You can just move on then. I heard him wrong.
Okay.
Oh no, I love Big Bill.
Man, he had to make sure. He had to make sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
Big Bill's the best person in that faction.
After
Oh,
Stokely,
it's
I agree.
probably Stokely, but yo. Anyway,
Well, I mean, he's
next
a wrestler.
next up on the AEW Dynamite was Family Therapy with the Guns and the Acclaim.
I thought something else about to start on.
Yeah, man, it's a fun segment, you know.
So I have a question. That segment pre-taped?
Yeah, of course.
So they red light? I mean, they green lit that segment?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was a good segment.
There we go.
Cool.
Good acting.
The acting was
you know?
really something.
Shout out to the therapist.
I knew that's where she was going. You know, I had to squeeze it in
Yeah.
before she got there. Yeah, it's good acting, man. You know.
Good. That was NXT 2.0 acting.
Listen,
Yeah.
That literally reminded me of an NXT 2.0 segment.
Yeah, that is actually quite a good point. Like, it was very like that is the sort of thing you would see on NXT 2.0, like the way it was presented and everything. You know, like, with
I
like
love
the
acting
fake
and wrestling though. Like
therapists and
I
everything.
do appreciate like these gimmicky like acting segments. It's
Mhm.
just the quality of the acting was it needs work. But
The
you
thing
know,
about
they
it, Dad,
trying,
is-
so you know, A for effort.
You weren't there for me, Dad. You're on the road. You weren't there. And I hate being your son. I hate it. And I want those tag titles.
I knew that's exactly what it was gonna be.
It was
too.
like,
I knew it was gonna be that
okay.
shit.
Okay, so here's my thing. I thought it was a fine segment. Maybe I don't know what it is because the Acclaim have been so over, right? And partially because I was kind of spoiled, to be honest, by the Bloodline segment on Monday. I expected something really, really creative, And this felt like literally just the first thing that would come to your mind of like, what would a therapy segment with the Acclaimed and Guns be like? And it's like, okay, they would sit down there. The Guns would come. Chris, relax. The Guns would complain about their dad. And then they just go, okay, we want a tag title shot. And that's exactly what they did. And that's fine. I'm just saying, I assume because of like all the creative people involved, I thought they were going to do something really, really inventive. But no, it was just like, I hate you, Dad. And I want those tag titles.
So by the way, the therapist has a name. It's Tiffany
She's
something.
beautiful.
Tiffany Reeves. I think she goes to Impact. Or she's wrestled there.
I want to say one thing about her.
What's up?
Look, guys, I don't need DMs about like people send me multiple DMs about her and saying this is her account. You should follow her. I don't need that kind of stuff in my DMs. All right, guys. I run a wholesale account where
That's crazy. Showtime Spurs.
My thing is, she said literally 2 words. Like she didn't like I don't know. Like she wasn't like a therapist thing very much. Like they gave her like 2 lines.
Did you see the way she reacted when they were telling their trauma? Like therapists don't. I've never been to a therapist, but I'm sure that that's not how they act. I just seen The Sopranos.
How was she acting?
Just like every time. I mean, I'm wearing a mask. I can't really like.
Kayfabe, bro.
They should like. I feel like I would do good in a segment like that, being the therapist.
You would?
I would like really just instigate the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I need Google Drive links, not wrestler women. Profile pics.
It's what you'd put to like kind of like set her papers together and be like, so Austin, why do you think Billy is a bad father? And like just make like an inquisitive face or some shit, you know?
Yeah.
Billy, your response?
Yeah. Okay. Showtime Spurs $2. I've got a feeling the Guns are gonna win this. I mean,
that would be crazy. That would be
heat, bro.
No, Top Flight needs to be the next tag champ.
Actually, wait. What if they win and then FTR return and then win the tag titles? Let's go.
No. Nobody's sharing that but 2 niggas.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Listen,
nigga.
Fuck you sound effects. Okay. Family therapy. Then we had the Adam Page promo where he's cutting the promo on Marks. He says he wants to knock him out, even though Renee stood right there, which is obviously playing into kind of like the human nature of this feud, I'll call it. Then Yuta comes in with his voice, as Israel says. And,
I want to fight you.
I want to fight you next week.
It's on Friday. He's acting on Friday. But,
listen here, Hangman.
I got a bone to pick with you.
I want to pick a fight
You're not gonna disrespect me.
You're
not gonna disrespect me like I'm not higher up on the totem pole.
You don't deserve this, bro. Have you ever heard
the first time I ever suggested that Wheeler Yuta is not him yet, right? I'm not fully like hating on him. It's just, he's from Philly. I expect the best, and now it's funny because now a lot of people are saying the same thing I was saying. So I'm just saying y'all should listen to me more.
Facts.
Wasn't he like a band kid or something?
I think this was a great promo from Hangman. We're getting kind of the ROH Hangman when he used to come out with the noose. Bring that back. Well, maybe not the noose, but bring back the rope. Don't bring back the noose. That would be not PR. But bring back the rope, right?
He was really hanging people.
Yeah, real nigga. Should have.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Hangman Page.
Oh, I thought about Yuta. I said, what?
No, Hangman used to come out with the first. He came out.
Hangman hung Yuta. That might be like a goated segment.
Well, we can do that on national TV.
He should try
I don't think AEW will be on air anymore.
Is it working?
But yeah, man. Next up, we had Bryan Danielson versus Brian Cage. Really good match. Obviously, you got someone like Brian Cage.
I'm the
machine.
Y'all remember his old theme song with Taz? That theme song was so fucking fire.
But yeah, man, you give Bryan Danielson someone like Brian Cage who can just kind of like throw him about and do anything with him, Brian Cage, good worker as well, and Bryan Danielson's like Bryan Danielson's just I've put it running out of words at this point. He's so consistent.
Crystal Select, right? A couple months ago, Bryan Danielson was really bored in AEW match wise, and I think this feud with MJF. It's not even a fucking feud. It's just not a feud. This little program setting going until Revolution with him wrestling all these different types of wrestlers. I think that's an answer to him. I think he was bored with the whole JS shit, and he's just doing all this shit to fulfill himself until he can do like G1 and shit like that.
This is what I think what happened was Tony told Brian, "Hey man, I need you to wrestle MJF." He says, "Man, fuck that bum." he said, "Can I at least do like the 5 matches thing, you know?" And then he says, "Well, yeah, we can give you these names." He said, "No, I'm gonna pick these names and I want to wrestle. If you give me these 5 names, I'll wrestle that fucking bum for an hour."
Ethan Page and shit.
Yeah, he said I can give you Ethan Page, and he said, "Nah, bro, I ain't gonna wrestle those fucking firm dudes."
Tony gave him a list of Ethan Page, Austin Gunn.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So Tony's like, all right, Daniel. So we'll do you versus Isaiah Cassidy and Paige, and he's like, no, fuck, what are you talking about, son? You know, to be honest with you, when it comes to this match, it actually didn't do that much for me, to be honest.
You're a cuck.
No, and you know what's weird about it? The format of Danielson getting destroyed by a bruiser and then having a comeback should work for me. I mean, like Brock Lesnar, like that match is incredible, right? But I feel like Cage's style and offense isn't like a scary and violent one. It's just like really cool. And Danielson isn't small enough to like crumple when he bumps for it like a Darby Allin, right? So like to be honest with you, when I'm watching, it didn't look like Cage was like hurting him. It just like he was doing stuff to him and Danielson wasn't fighting back, so to speak. So I wasn't super into this. But Danielson yeah, I was gonna say Danielson selling the arm at the end of the match and having that last comeback, that was really cool. Bryan Danielson's an amazing babyface. He's awesome. The post-match angle saw fucking MJF come out and he gave Cage the chair and he wanted him to Pillmanize Bryan Danielson's arm. And MJF did these really great close range punches, very Jarrett-esque. And it triggered, really good shit. This was a really good post-match beatdown angle. Also good because MJF was getting cheered when he came out. And then this triggered a babyface save by none other than Konosuke Takeshita, who came out and he got a nice reaction and he saved Danielson. He ran off MJF and he did some forearms and stuff like that with Brian Cage. I thought this whole thing was a generally good piece of business. I would like to say that, let it play out is a cliche that a lot of wrestling fans use as a defense mechanism. But with MJF, I think he has earned the benefit of the doubt when it comes to telling broad stories.
No, he hasn't.
I think he has because, look, man, everyone thought like certain things about his thing with Takeshita, but now Takeshita's now an element of the story, and he hasn't been left behind, and so I really do appreciate that. So the layout of this angle was good. The post-match was good. And, Danielson's an amazing seller. Like Monty said, we're running out of superlatives to describe how great he is. So, yeah.
Look, let me say, man, I am so pissed off that fucking AEW missed that shot of Brian Cage and Takeshita fucking locking up, bro. That is meathead wrestling to the max. Those guys were throwing bombs at each other, and they missed the first 10 seconds. Come on, how does that happen? That's the magic. That's the stuff that we want to see. This is CTE wrestling. This is the shit that makes people's brains bleed. And we missed it, man. I can't wait for that match to happen next week. When that match happens next week, fuck, man, I can't wait for the Twitter to blow up and be like, man, this is the real hooping shit right here.
Yeah, fuck that shit, man.
But yeah, man, the angle after the match with MJF coming to the ring, got all fired up, ready to didn't come out with his he weren't no like cocky smirk MJF. He was coming to do damage, he come down, starts laying into Danielson. They try to Pillmanize his arm, as Ibu was saying. He's getting Brian Cage to do all his bidding, but like he just had he had like a real, piece of shit fire about him, rather than like ever since he nearly got turned babyface at All Out, or no, not All Out, what Full Gear? Yeah, that's the one. Full Gear is the last one of the year, isn't it? Yeah, ever since he was like they were flirting with like the babyface idea since Full Gear. Like obviously he's been trying to get his heat back, and he's been doing like me and Manny were talking about before we went live. And he was doing his typical like corny heel shtick of just like, this city sucks and that team sucks and you smell and just cheap heat, bro. And that's just genuinely what it was, just cheap heat. And it's like, you don't need to do that to get your heat back. Like you can come out with this kind of presence that you did last night and just be like a real vindictive piece of shit, You don't have to be like I said. You don't have to be cheapy. You don't have to be corny. You don't have to be you don't have to be any of that. You don't. You can build your heat in other ways, man. Like he done last night. Like you said, it was a well laid out angle. He done his thing. It weren't no corny shit. It was good stuff. All thought.
One more thing I'll say about Takeshita, man. This man came out in his fucking gear, man. He was ready to ball. He was ready to game his game, bro. He knows Brian Cage can bring it, man. Like, fuck, man. I was
back to Takeshita Cage,
bro, man. I was on a cloud, man, when I saw it. I went back and rewatched that again.
Yeah, man. Obviously, Cage and MJF were beating on Danielson and fucking up his arm and all this. And Takeshita, obviously, loads of people are pointing out on Twitter because it's so obvious now that they probably should do some sort of wrinkle in some sort of storyline with it because it's like Brian's in the Blackpool Combat Club, Assumably, Claudio and Yuta were at the show. Yuta, we literally just saw backstage. It's like none of them come out, but Takeshita does. Takeshita makes the save, which is like part of, obviously it's always cool to see Takeshita, especially with the wrinkles they've already done with MJF. But yeah, I think like I said, Brian's literally part of a group, and it's like we don't. He's getting beat down, and you don't see him. It's just weird,
Can I give a minor note for the producers, if any of them happen to be listening to the podcast, real quick? I thought this angle was really good. The only minor flaw I would have is two things. I know Manny was hyped at him wearing his gear.
Can y'all hear him?
I can hear him, but he's covering his mic. He's always doing some bullshit, bro. Sit down, sit still. Talking to your microphone, bro.
I am sitting down. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Nigga.
I was saying I have a minor little note for the producers. I thought this angle was really good. Just the only little tweaks that I would say that are like tiny nitpicks that would make it even better. One, what's wrong?
Wait, every time we know a tangent's coming, Chris just goes off camera, bro. Like I ain't doing this shit.
Like no shit,
This is so fun. Like it's a quick thing. Look, preferably have Takeshita in dress clothes, number one, but even more importantly, I actually didn't like that when he came in for the save. Right, I think it's just because what he's used to and what he doesn't do, and also how Cage is. If you guys want to be real wrestlers on a professional national television show, right, and you guys are having a quick fight in an angle, right? You shouldn't be like doing your fucking kicks to the chest and spin kicks and spinning rolling elbows, because it's not a wrestling match. You guys are fighting, right? There should be chaos and disorder and security coming in and shit. Just run in and just fucking punch the guy and shit, or go for a takedown or something like that. It looks really stupid when he runs in and he's just forearm, spinning rolling elbow, super kick. Does that make sense, Monty? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
It took you a long time to get there, but
Nigga, it was bees. I don't understand why you gotta do all this extra shit.
No. It looks phony. Just run in, do a quick fucking takedown, punch the guy, get separated. Doing it slow.
Brian Cage losing to Bryan Danielson.
What's up?
So does Bryan Danielson's offense working on Brian Cage if we're gonna go down this route?
Literally, bro. What the hell?
I'm just saying in a fight, in a post-match fighting angle, you shouldn't be doing a wrestling sequence to each other. That's all I'm saying. You just don't
like fun. You just don't like fun. I don't understand.
I think
it's being fun, please. No, I'll see both sides. Me playing the sitting on the fence. Anyway, a few super chats. Let me blast through these, man. Everything takes forever with us. Jesus. Far 522 $5. Will you
need those classes that help you change the inflection in your voice?
At least give me a heads up, man. It's just start that again.
The fact that you wasn't stopping, I'm not gonna stop.
I stopped halfway through, but just give me a heads up.
Bart said Wheeler needs those classes to help you change.
And now she freezes.
Did she freeze?
I apologize.
That's crazy.
Please don't fire me.
Freezing. She's talking over me. She's freezing. What are we doing? Far's never gonna get super chat read out. It's brutal, bro. But yeah, man. Shout out Wheeler Utah. I think everyone's being very spiteful about him,
To be fair, man, I don't know if he wants to get his ass kicked before he gets his ass kicked by Eggman and Page again.
But Darren Walker, £5. Will Brian Cage leave AEW after Fightful Select's report saying that his contract's up in a few months? So it's in a few weeks, I think Sean's report said. So
he might be, bro. He getting a little bit smaller. Stop using that needle.
He's not leaving AEW.
I don't think he'll leave either.
Tony Khan is sprinkling some matches in front of him, being like, "Here you go. You're not going to go anywhere."
I think he's going to give him that Omega match he won so fucking bad when they go back to what show was it in California?
Yeah.
Well,
Fresno.
Sean just I don't know if it's a Fightful report where he said that Kenny's having visa issues right now. So
I forgot he lives in. Wait, does he not live in Jacksonville? I thought he lived in Jacksonville.
I think he's still in Japan. I think that's the thing.
Oh,
yeah. I think he's a dual citizen, isn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, he came back. He came back for the LA Dynamite. Did he go back?
He literally. I think that's what people were saying, that might have been the issues, like he couldn't get back in or whatever.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Look, man, first New Japan wasn't letting him into Japan. Now that they got him back, they're like, nah, bro, we ain't gonna let you leave like that again.
Yeah, I ain't buying it until I see it myself. You know, we all know what money speculation's like. You know,
I was gonna say this doesn't sound super sound to me, to be honest.
Kenny Omega's sitting in Jacksonville now, thinking, "What the fuck?"
bro, Monty, this feels like Manny aggregating 6 different things he's seen over the last 2 weeks. Like on
I just read the Fightful report. I just read a Fightful report.
But Manny could read it like directly from the thing, and we'd still be like,
Yeah, I'll read it. I'll read it right here. We're told Kenny Omega wanted to be there, but he's battling visa issues. Bar for bar.
When did this come out?
I guess right now.
No. Okay.
I guess right now. Okay. Right. A few more super chats real quick. With Thatcher coming in, do you think we get any more Noah guys in AEW? I bet Nakajima could be the best foreign killer in America wrestling since Walter. Probably, because they were showing Noah clips quite a lot last night. They even showed clips of the Derby Sting match with Muta on the was it the weekend or last week?
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you disrespect Nakajima's ROH run like that.
Who's he talking to? Who's he talking to?
I don't know, bro. I'm so confused.
This super chat says, "I bet Nakajima would be the best foreign killer in American wrestling since Walter."
Bro,
and
Manny said that no context. I was like, huh?
I
thought we were reading the super chat.
Made a stance. Showtime Spurs $5. Not the first due to hold away from a man with blonde hair and blue eyes. Line from Max was crazy. This is not the first due to hold from a man with blonde hair and blue eyes. Line from Max was crazy. This is the MJF I want to see, not the cheap heat BS. Yeah, man, like, that's what.
Wait, yeah,
I don't know what I was saying earlier.
That's cool to y'all.
Listen, bro.
Shit. Bless you.
God damn,
nigga. Got you, nigga.
That nigga sneezed out the last remainder of his COVID on.
Over, nigga.
Bro, remember I had COVID.
Yes, I'm saying. You know? That's what I'm saying.
It's summoned back. Okay, boom. Red Raider Dre, $4.99. Appreciate it. As a person who is typically insecure about my voice, I can, however, say that I would sound much better doing a Wheeler Yuta promo than Wheeler Yuta. That is crazy. What is this spitefulness to Wheeler Yuta, man? What did it do to you?
He's a good wrestler.
It's just a fact. Like, you want these people to lie about this boy?
I mean, for me, look,
Danielson, I don't like the way that you passed me over for Daniel Garcia, Danielson. That was really mean.
Here's
I don't
the thing.
like that.
I'm messing with him. But I like you as a talent. I think he's a good wrestler. You know what I mean?
He is.
I'm just making a joke. Nigga, it's not that serious.
You know. Listen, those Moxley matches.
You don't make jokes.
The Moxley matches,
quote unquote jokes, where you give your real opinions and then call them jokes because niggas beat your ass afterwards.
I'm not afraid to give any of my real opinions.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
When you cry in the group chat,
wait. There were ratings that we all had high ratings on. You went to Monty privately, was like, here, Monty, I don't want to put it in the chat. He's gonna whoop my ass.
I don't. Monty,
okay,
I can't remember. Monty, were there like ratings that like I had that were like I try to like secretly slide them me?
Yeah, nearly every lucha match that I put on the list, pretty much. Anytime Vikingo wrestles.
Bro, we asked you for your rating of that 5-way at that Triple Mania for 3 months. He was like, I gotta sleep on it.
AO's back again.
Hey, cuz. Hey, while we're on the subject of Manny's fucking reports, never forget how that nigga did me this summer, bro. Never forget, Manny, my nigga, you still owe me 19. You still owe me 19 followers, Manny. You still owe me 19 followers for how you did me this summer, nigga.
I mean, I would give you more followers, but I feel like we share the same followers.
See, you just need to say his piece, bro. It's what AE does, you know. AO
Hey,
does.
we gotta wrap this up, guys. Man, I gotta get my
Listen, we ain't wrapping it. Listen. If you gotta go, you know, you can go. But we ain't wrapping this up, you know.
I have a question, guys. For my basketball watchers, I'm about to make the most devious parlay of all fucking time. Who do y'all think is going to score more points tonight? Evok Zubac or Jacob Portal?
Jakob Portal.
Who?
Zubac, obviously.
Yeah, that's what I was going to go with. All right, my bad, guys. Go ahead.
Okay, next up, Danielson fired up promo in the back when he's getting checked up on by Samson. He's interviewed by Renee. He's fired up. Says that he's wrestled with a separated shoulder, so this isn't going to stop him. Blah blah blah. He's fired up. It's good promo. It's good shit. Yeah, man. Don't know if anyone's got anything else I want to add.
It was a great promo.
Good shit. You know, Tony Storm versus Ruby.
We talked about it.
MJF promo. Good shit. Then obviously, you know, Tim Thatcher is going to be wrestling Danielson on Wednesday, which, you know, hopefully we get that Tim Thatcher that's got that dog in him, you know. Hopefully, you know. I ain't seen a match of his in a minute, to be brutally honest. So,
wait, Monty, you haven't been watching his nose stuff?
Nah, bro, because like,
bro,
everyone shits on it on the timeline, bro.
Monty, because you know what it is. This man went to Noah, right? And it feels like in America, he's like, I have my background of how I train, but I have to wrestle in a way where like Americans can consume this, right? When he goes to Japan, it feels like he's like, I'm gonna go full fucking Billy Robinson and just get my shit. Like I'm just gonna go there and fucking stretch this guy out for 6 minutes and then just fucking just choke him out. Like,
bro, it might be pigs.
So here's the thing, Monty. On paper, that sounds amazing, right? Like for like a me and you, like that sounds amazing, right? But he literally goes there. It looks like a sparring session, like a shoot sparring session for like 5 minutes, and just ends with like a tap out, and you're just like, okay.
That's real great, bro.
You know, Brian Danielson's been watching. You know, Brian Danielson's been watching no one be like, oh, bro.
I need back over there.
Yo, he's looking at this and he's like, oh, this is fucking real. This is wrestling.
Yeah. Okay, boom. Next up, we had Emi Sakura announced versus Jamie Hayter. Jamie Hayter was calling out Emi, which is cool because, like, you know, Emi Sakura's not been on AEW TV since November 2019. So, well, she's probably been on the TV at some point, but like she hasn't had a match on AEW TV for like.
I think it's for the best.
November 2019, bro.
When is this match?
When is it? Is it next? Is it on Friday or Wednesday?
It's on Friday.
Emi Sakura versus Jamie Hayter is a Friday match.
Oh, period. I don't watch Rampage anyways. Look how I won.
That's crazy.
It's just Rampage, baby.
All right, so next up, the main event, Mark Briscoe versus Jay Lethal. This was very special for a million reasons.
A 9.42 cage match.
Yeah, you should have like a 28.2 cage match, but yeah, obviously this is very special for very obvious reasons with the passing of Jay Briscoe, with it being his 39th birthday, and you know, it was I was fired up just to see Mark Briscoe on AEW TV anyway, but obviously with the situation as well, it just kind of obviously made it even more special, sad, emotional, all those things. And you know, Jay Lethal comes out and he's so like, you know, you can tell that it's like it's weighed on him, and he's got tears in his eyes, and like you know, it's very somber, and it's very like, you know, it sets like a certain tone, you know. Then like we come back from the break, and like you hear like, you know, Reach for the Sky Boy, and it's like, you know, the music drops, and the person that comes out, like, I didn't know what I was expecting. I don't know if Mark was gonna be like look physically like affected like Jay was or anything, but he wasn't, bro. Like, he just came out and he was just Mark fucking Briscoe.
Yeah.
He came out hyped. You know what I mean? Like, hyped, got the crowd going. He was doing all the Mark Briscoe faces and all this shit, bro. Like, it was just fucking Mark Briscoe in his truest form. Like, it was, you know, it's almost like inspiring to see, you know, especially like I said, like with the tone being set with Jelly coming out being like, you know, very physically, like very effective, emotional, and like, you know, many people watching were feeling the same way, you know, like you can't blame him. Like, you know, it's tough like to be in that position, and then to just see Mark come out, bro, like fucking like the biggest pro like imaginable, you know, like it was special, man. Like it was special. And the match itself, it's just, you know, Mark Briscoe was like, you know, for people who watch like a fucking nerd like I do, and you're watching these things closely, it's like Mark Briscoe's like winning Jay Lethal through the match. Like, he's leading the match, like he's setting the tone. Like, it was just like one of the most professional performances I've ever seen from a wrestler. Like, genuinely, like it was very touching, and just, you know, I'll let you guys kind of, I've been ranting a bit, but I'll let you guys kind of like give your thoughts on it.
So his theme plays, right? And I think we could all agree, like, we were just super happy to see Mark Briscoe get this televised opportunity, right? You kind of stepped on my spot a little bit, Monty, in the sense that, like, one of the biggest takeaways was like this guy came out and he was just full Mark Briscoe, like just the quirky faces and stuff, and hyped up and shit, you know, the missing front teeth. And I think the fact that he was just so him, like kind of no selling us to a degree, but like also just being unabashedly him, like to the fullest, that was reassuring, but also kind of made me cry, because the thing is, like, this is all he knows, man. Like, pro wrestling, you know what I mean? This is what he's been doing his whole life. This is what he does. He's a pro, like you said. And so, like, for him, it's like lamenting the loss of his brother and sitting around and being sad about it for months is like what many people would do. But for him, it's like nah, fuck it, I'm gonna get in the ring. I'll do it. Like, he'll just get in the ring and fucking wrestle. Like, that's just what he does. He's a workman. He's a worker, and so he gets in there and he's doing the Briscoe quirks and the redneck kung fu, and it's the first time he's done it on national TV, and it's getting over huge. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, this guy is he just knows how to get over in any situation. This is why the Briscoes have endured for 20 years. This is why they've gotten over. This is why people love them. And so in this crazy way, it was just like, I'm watching him and I'm seeing him get this opportunity, and it's really nice. But he's also kind of showing people, he's like kind of reinforcing why people love the Briscoes in the match itself. Just being a maniac, you know, with all his quirks and gimmicks. He does the freaking froggy bow to the table, and I'm like a wreck, you know what I mean? And bro, he hits the J Driller, right? Before the ref even counts 3, I had like my head down. I was like, this is just crazy, man. And his message to the screen was super heartfelt. I'm looking at the stage, and like, if you pause and like kind of slow down and look at some of the shots, Danielson's crying. A couple other people are crying on the stage. It was really, really, really sad. Mark holds the belts up. And I don't know who saw the Caprice Coleman video with Mark Briscoe, but like he said in that video, like they were like Caprice was saying how like it's Mark who's comforting everybody else. You know what I mean? He has this very zen and unyielding positive mindset about the whole situation, and so like he's very much just like, I'm gonna carry on, like we're gonna be okay type of vibe, and like I said, as a viewer, it's just really reassuring. And I thought the main event was beautiful. You know, like when I was watching Dynamite, to be honest, like I thought the show was like kind of just like before the main event, I thought the show was like kind of fine. It's like whatever. But then when I got to the main event, like the rest of the show didn't really matter to me, to be honest. Like as I was watching the main event, like it was about Mark Briscoe and the tribute and Jay, right? And so like that's just my big takeaway of the night. And I thought the whole thing, like Isra said earlier, was very classy how they handled it. I love the match. It was very special. And it was really, really emotional for me. And I don't get emotional watching pro wrestling at all, to be honest. So yeah, it just hit me, and I thought this was amazing.
Shout out to our good friend Parker with the Mark Briscoe super chat.
Yeah.
And people are gonna say like maybe this match is getting the acclaim attention because what happened with Jay and all that. But no, man, this was a really great match. Like Mark came out there and did his thing, and I don't think it's his last match, but if it was, what a note to go out on.
He's not gonna
retire. I know he's not, but just like the whoever, nobody's gonna carry those title belts. They're done with the Briscoes, and Tony's probably gonna make the belts for him for whoever carries them next. But man, last night was just a special night for people that just grew up on the Briscoes or came in the Briscoes late or recently. Just it was a beautiful moment. If you have like time, Prince Nana posted a really great photo of everybody on the stage with Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels hugging Mark Briscoe while he walked to the ring. No, walked to the top of the stage. And I was kind of hoping last night that we would have gotten an all-elite graphic with the Briscoes or whatever, but it is what it is. I'm just happy that Mark had that moment.
Yeah, it was really it was really powerful stuff, like seeing him come out. We got seeing him come out with like both belts, and it's like I was mentioning earlier, and like even how we touched on earlier. So like, he was kind of the one, like like checking on Jay and making like you said to him at the start, like you could tell he said something to him like like we got this, and he was really like he was setting the bar for Jay to rise to. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
In terms of like guiding through the match, and it's like it goes to what like Priest was saying, but Ibu mentioned it's like last night when he was there, it's like that they were meant to be there. Everyone was meant to be there to like comfort Mark and like his family and stuff like that. But it ended up being the other way around. Like Mark was just this real solid, true pro, and he was the guy that like was comforting everyone else, and like that even came through in the match, and it was just very like I said, very special moving, and obviously, I'm going to try and play the Caprice video at the end of the podcast because, I think it's just, it's very special to see Mark and hear from him and time like this, especially after last night and everything that's happened. So, shout out to Mark Briscoe, one half of, in my opinion, the greatest tag team of all time. And, Jay Briscoe we missed very dearly. And if Mark was trying to make Jay Briscoe proud last night, then I think he absolutely achieved that because he was flawless. It was perfect, it was perfect. So,
it was so good, bro. Like, bro, I don't know, like the match itself got me like way more emotional than even though the video package they played earlier was beautiful, well made, and it was like really touching. But like something about I don't know, it was like an aura, something about just how calm Mark was, and just Jay was crying. He even got into the ring, and like it just made me so sad, bro. It's just like it sucks so bad that we never got to see the Briscoes as a tag team on national television when they deserve to be there. And like it like watching it was just like, I made a tweet. I was like, when wrestling makes you like sometimes like it's very rare, but wrestling sometimes really makes you feel something and it makes you feel it deep. And this match, like I've never got this emotional during a match, and everything about it wasn't the spots, it wasn't the way they laid out the match. It was just like the aura around the match, and it's so beautiful. And it's just sad that society and didn't let a man grow and didn't let a man redeem himself totally to the point where he could be recognized as a changed dude. Like I said earlier on the pod, by all accounts, he was just this great dude, great father, great friend, someone who was willing to strive and change and listen. And Mark talking to the camera after the match.
That was crazy.
talking about his nieces and nephews, and just talking about keep your head up, and him saying he loved his brother to the camera, and telling him thank you. It was just so, I don't know, I'm getting kind of emotional now, but it was like really beautiful, and I have to give credit to Tony Khan, to all the way the boys handled it, the way Mark handled it, especially because I couldn't do something like that if my sibling passed away like that. It was really beautiful, one of the greatest moments I've ever watched. I've ever seen watching pro wrestling. So yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, it was, like I said, powerful stuff, man, and very well said, Chris.
The thing about it, Monty, is like Chris is saying, it was the aura of the match, it wasn't the moves. For me, it was like all the Briscoe quirks getting over huge live. You know what I mean? Like how endearing, like just all the Briscoe quirks, just the with the kung fu and the noises.
Mark makes some noises, bro.
Yeah, he'll be like, "What?" Like,
one thing that I will say, with the way that, can y'all hear me, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was worried that I was still lagging. But yeah, I wanted to let you guys go off because you guys are more, I guess, emotionally connected to this whole situation, whereas like me, like of course I understand it, but still like understanding and processing it as I'm watching. One thing that I will say is, and I feel like they turned a negative into a positive with the fact that they couldn't do the tribute a week ago, because I also kind of feel like that gave Mark time to really have a little bit more time to process it and be able to carry himself the way that he did now, because everyone is saying, I don't know how he was able to do that. I don't know how he was able to keep it together. I don't think he would have, and I don't know this man personally, but I would imagine that it would have been much more difficult to keep it together had he done it a week ago. Whereas now he had more time to kind of like get his head straight and think like, okay, I'm doing this for him. I'm assuming he's thinking like, this is what he wanted. This is how he wants to go out. He wants to be honored in this kind of a way. I don't want to, cry or act a certain way that maybe he wouldn't appreciate it as much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm wording this the way that I'm imagining it, but I mean, they're brothers. Like, at the end of the day, like, your sibling in and out, how they want to be represented after they pass. So I think he did that in the way that his brother Jay Briscoe would have wanted, and I think that's why that match was so amazing, and the moment after was so amazing, is because that just shows how close they were, like outside of wrestling, but just as blood, and that just kind of shows people how like important family is. And yeah, like he just turned a moment that's very tragic, and he made it art, and he made it something beautiful instead. I think that's why it was great the way it was.
Briscoe's.
I don't know if I worded that right. It's like very sensitive to talk about death in general.
No, you don't
so,
like,
you did good.
It was very well said, Israel. I was gonna say they were Briscoes to the end, man, because it's like, I guess the word I wanted to use, Monty, was on brand. Because when you watch them, when you watch them in the trailer, when you watch them in their farm and shit, right? Like, very little phases them. They're very, they're them, right? They're fucking cursing at each other when you watch the videos, loading their guns and talking about shit, talking shit in general, fucking around, being just being fucking shitheads, idiots, right? And like, what's not in their brand is to cry over spilled milk, or to cry in general, or to be anything other than very like, the image they give off is just being really strong. You know what I mean? And so like, for Mark to just kind of be like, basically like on to the next, like, fucking we ball type of shit, but not in like a like obviously like this matters, but like for him to kind of continue to be that way, like how the Briscoes have always been, and essentially be like in the Caprice video where it's just kind of like, you got to be strong for the people who are still here. Like, that's just really powerful. The imagery in the end of the show was powerful too. This whole thing was tremendously handled.
It was even more crazy because I was emotional from like the time Jay Lethal walked out, but like going through the whole match, and then you could see like they were doing different spots from certain Jay matches. Like, I was watching and I popped and I got more emotional because the ending sequence to the match is like literally the ending sequence to the Jay Lethal, Jay Briscoe Best in the World double title match. And like you just seeing them go through those sequences and those spots of like going like calling out Jay's old matches is just it was like special as fuck, bro.
It was powerful shit, man. You know, like I said, it was in my opinion, it was perfect. You know, it was perfect. Adrian sent in $4.99 super chat saying just wanted to throw support to the best wrestling podcast. Reach for the sky. Appreciate you, Adrian. Big supporter. Always talking in the Discord and stuff. You know, we got a great little family there on the Discord. You know, in the live chat. Always appreciate the support that we get off you. Got you guys. Even if the Streamlabs chat work thing isn't working, you know. We got like one super chat I think off Bam. But yeah, man, you know, we'll try again another day. We'll try.
Bam gets shit done.
You know, Bam figured it out, and then I think it just broke because he tried again, and I don't think it worked. But yeah, man, we still appreciate all the support that we get from you guys, and
absolutely.
Yeah, man. Let's try pick up the vibe a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna end with the Caprice video when we get there. But first, I want to do some Royal Rumble predictions because it's Royal Rumble week, man. It's big, literally one of the biggest wrestling shows, and like I know we've got a very like AEW focus, especially on this podcast. It's the AEW Dynamite review, which we've just done. But you know, it's the Royal Rumble, bro. I love the Royal Rumble. I think everyone does. Even like the people who are like anti-Fed, like kind of like, you know, the Rumble's cool, man. Yeah, like the Rumble's cool, man. Like it is what it is, like, you know.
Yeah, no, for the Rumble, I make the Rumble and I make WrestleMania like a whole occasion. Like I order food, I invite people over. It's like a whole thing. You know, that's like I feel like wrestling is just in general the most fun around this time because it's like
100%.
It's people that don't even care about wrestling, like they're down to watch the Rumble, they're down to watch WrestleMania type shit.
Yeah, and there's a lot of like people who are like who used to watch wrestling and like they'll watch the Rumble just in case they get like a cool comeback or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, guys, there's Mania talk, there's Rumble talk going. This is my clue to leave.
Manny, quick. I want your prediction to who's winning the men's Rumble, who's winning the women's Rumble.
I guess Rhea's winning the women's.
Okay. Who you locking in for the men?
Sam. Manny's thinking like he's Jimmy Neutron looking for a brain blast. You know?
So wait, man, who do you want to win the Rumble, the men's Rumble, before you dip?
I don't care.
Yeah, of course.
Nice, I respect it.
Thank you, Manny.
If I'm being a hater, I don't want Cody to win it. He's the sole reason why I'm not going.
Manny, you are so real.
Crazy. Like that's crazy. That's the reason you're missing the Rumble in your city because Cody Rhodes is probably going to win it. It's crazy.
Yeah, but then if you go and he lose, then you could like see that in person. Look, that's even more satisfying.
I quit my job this week, you know, and it's my first weekend I have off. I'm not going to be there just on the chance that Cody's going to win it. And he's going to ruin my first weekend off I have in a long time. So I'm just going to barbecue. And maybe have the Rumble one. Huh?
Just like Cody when he was in AEW.
I didn't really like him in AEW either towards the end.
Okay, one last question, man. Do you think that Sami Zayn and the Bloodline like break up or something? Or, you know what I mean? Like, does the Bloodline turn on him? Does Sami go with Kevin? Or do you think that happens at the Rumble?
Probably
you think there's a big angle? Basically.
No, I think it happens at the Elimination Chamber. If anything, maybe the little Rockski shows up. I don't know.
Yeah. Rockski.
Yeah.
Rob popped for that.
Yeah.
Little Dwayne.
Rob still thinks Dwayne is showing up.
Man, they ain't cook, bro. They ain't cook.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna tell y'all when it
the one thing. The one thing I am gonna note, maybe it's because I'm not outside. I don't know. I've been working all week. I haven't really seen anything to do with the Rumble at all around San Antonio. So I mean,
You
No
just said you were.
advertising.
You just said you're not outside.
Well, I mean, I got to drive to work, and you know, I've
Seeing
been
no
around.
advertising in his house.
He said, "Yo, I don't go outside, but I'm not seeing nothing around the street."
And he drives down the same road every day. He's like, well,
no, and look, man, I haven't had.
They sold 40,000 tickets. They sold 40,000 tickets at the Alamo Dome.
And look, I haven't had my car. I've been using somebody else's car, and they don't have like an aux or Bluetooth, so I just been listening to the radio. No, they haven't been doing any of the Royal Rumble giveaway tickets or whatever. So I don't.
They don't need to give away
because
no
they
tickets.
sold out. They sold
bro, the Alamo Dome can fit a lot more people. They can come on. They give some of those tickets to do the giveaways or whatever.
Yeah, but so they could fit more, Manny. But the thing is, they do those giveaways when they have like a good quarter left of the venue to fill that they set up. You know what I'm saying? What they set up, they completely sold out of around 40,000.
You know what? Just to prove this wrong, I'm gonna drive around downtown tomorrow, and we'll see.
Yo, Monty, you know what this is like? This is like when I used to see this before, where people will have a Twitter account, right, where their timeline is curated based on their taste in wrestling, and like this is like a guy who follows like 25 pages, right? And like most of them are like, let's say like 01 and like fucking Noah and BJW, right? And they're like, I'm not seeing a lot of buzz around this thing the WWE's doing right here. It's like you don't follow any pages that are curated to tell you. But Manny, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have an amazing weekend off. I hope you enjoy your time off from work. And please try not to spend too much of your super chat money on lucha masks.
I think I'm already almost done with that. With the buying, I'm running out of wall space. And
Monty, you know Complex, their sneaker shopping series.
Manny going to the market and getting masks.
No.
The funny thing is, I said I'm done buying masks, and then the guy that I got the mask off on eBay hit me up and said thanks for your service and all that, or for my services and all that for buying masks, I guess. And I said no, thank you. And then he says, well, if you need any masks, you can always just hit me up. And I said, oh, you shouldn't have said that. And then I said, well, I threw out 5 masks that I wanted. I said I need the Bandito Hayabusa mask. I need the Bandito Solitario mask. I need the Naito Lucha mask that he wore in CMLL, and the Sakuraba mask. And he said, you know what? He said, let me see if I can get this done for you. And I said, fuck, man. I had to go buy. If he can get me that Naito mask, damn, I'm gonna have to buy a fucking Bushi mask. So,
sounds like a struggle, bro. You know.
Yeah.
Stay blessed, man.
We appreciate you, man.
I'm gonna go get my Thai food. See you later.
All right. Look, Monty. I'll say this about the Rumble. It's me. I prefer the undercard of a Royal Rumble pay-per-view to have like a lot of. So don't put your head down. I promise I'm gonna set you up here. She's getting y'all don't give y'all. It's
because bro, everything's just tangled. You don't.
I just started.
You don't get it or hear yourself. Like, it's crazy.
I just started. I mean, said the thing about the Rumble, and everyone's like,
because it's always that's how it always starts, bro. It's like, the thing about and it's like then you go off for about a minute, and then like
everything don't need a monologue, bro.
It was. I said 3 words, and she was like, "Fuck."
And halas, enough.
Get off the stage, nigga. Get off the stage, nigga. Anyway, for my prediction, I got Rhea in the Women's Rumble. And I know, listen. This is just the left talking. They don't want you to think that it's Dwayne is showing up, okay? They want you to be out of the know. They want to keep telling you, oh, he's not showing up. But tomorrow, on the best podcast in the wrestling business, the best wrestling podcast on YouTube, I will explain to you, and I will give you my theory as to why Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is showing up on Saturday night.
Okay.
I made a graph and everything.
Conspiracies, tinfoil hat.
Rob, can you give us Rob, can you give us a if you smell what the Rob is cooking?
You're gonna get me cooked. Hold on. I got you.
The Rock is not showing up.
Go ahead, Rob.
If you smell
It's
bro. I can't do it, bro. I have more self-respect. I have more self-respect.
He did the heartbeat, bro. Like,
yeah, he did the low.
Can't do it.
Okay. So what you say? You said Rhea. You think Rock is coming back?
Yeah.
Do you think Rock is winning the Rumble as well? Then?
Yes, because listen. It's all part of a bigger picture. It's all about part of a bigger plan. Listen. They don't. The liberals like Hangman don't want you to believe that he's showing up. But I'm telling you, from what I know and who I talk to, which is the Most High, I know he's showing up, 100%.
Who you know, Rob?
Don't worry about
giving
it.
you this information?
Listen. You know a few people at Lionsgate. You know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Who works in the the industry. And you find out some things. You find out some stuff. So, but I will explain it tomorrow. What is it? 6 Eastern? Yeah.
I was gonna say, Monty, regarding the Rumble pay-per-view, I like having like nice singles matches in the undercard. You know what I mean? But this year, the undercard doesn't do much for me. It's really two key matches that I'm really interested in. But those two key matches, my interest level is very high. I'm gonna be done in a second. The men's Rumble, right? Like, I'm really, really invested in this because I'm really excited to see Cody Rhodes win this thing. And I cannot wait for Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. The way they set this up on Monday, this title match is going to be very heated, and the post-match angle, like, it's so money because you know what's going to happen. Based off the trial of Sami Zayn, there's going to likely be a situation where Roman is going to give Sami a chair or something and ask him to take out Kevin Owens, and Sami is going to not be able to do this. And this is going to cause the bloodline to turn on Sami. And it's also going to betray Jay Uso's trust because Jay Uso is the one who vouched for Sami Zayn. So it's going to be a huge angle. I'm curious where this is placed on the card because I've seen people say, like, oh, if Sami's not in the Rumble, like, people are going to riot and stuff. So I don't think they're. I think
if they do a big angle with him, they won't. So
yeah. Well, so that's why it's like they got to do that before the match, right? They got to do it before the Rumble. And I also think people are overblowing. I think people are overblowing this whole like Cody's gonna get turned on thing, Monty. To be honest with you, I feel like that's like a Twitter. I think that's a Twitter like peeps. I feel like that's certain people hoping for it to happen rather than it's gonna happen.
So, anyways,
Cody is Batista. Get over it,
bro. Cody Rhodes is not him, and no one cares about Cody Rhodes or thinks he's a great wrestler.
Nah, bro.
I'll be completely honest with you.
We're not just gonna come on here and just lie about.
Let me tell you.
I don't do that shit on here, man.
Because let me tell you. Let me tell you.
Don't not fix what you said.
Now that Cody Rhodes is going to have to wrestle someone like Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes is just not capable of being him in a big match. He has to be carried by someone better than him. That's why they had him wrestle Seth Rollins the first match. That's why they had him wrestle Seth Rollins over and over again. Because who the hell else is going to make Cody Rhodes look important if he's coming back?
Oh, yeah, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Seth Rollins be giving these guys free clout. And then when they go and do their own thing or wrestle somebody else, they become exposed for their wrestling.
How does this become
facts? And you're gonna try to throw tomatoes at me and boo me now, but watch, in a few months, that's what's gonna happen. People are gonna realize that this man is a fraud. He's fake as hell, and that he's not him. Like it's basic, like it's gonna become common knowledge. Like, you just wait and you see. Right now,
this is all from a Seth fanboy.
People were high on him coming back because WWE fans just wanted that one up on AEW. It's like they felt like this was a win for them because they don't got lives of their own. They don't have wins of their own. They don't accomplish shit in their life. So having Cody Rhodes coming to WWE, it's like, hell yeah, like this is like them being able to dunk on AEW. But guess what? Cody Rhodes sucked in AEW. And Cody Rhodes sucked everywhere he's ever been. That's why everywhere he's ever been, he's always just been a mid-card guy. So everywhere he's ever been, he's just been a fucking nobody.
Cody,
this is gonna age so bad.
He overrates himself. He's a lot like Hangman. He's a lot like the way Hangman gets up here and talks about himself like he's the top guy, and no one else thinks that of him. Cody Rhodes just be talking about himself like he's like way better than he really is, and a lot of people that are gullible and don't know better have been fooled But don't worry about it. Don't worry
ass.
about it because the
You're
truth always comes out. The
ass.
fraudulence always comes out.
I'm sorry, I just can't do. I can't do the Israel bullshit this week, bro. I
She
can't
cooked
do it.
you.
You invited me here. You invited me here. You invited me here. You asked me to be here. You were like, "Oh, wait, listen, man. We're gonna talk about Rumble predictions, man. I want to hear your thoughts. These are my thoughts."
Monty, here's the deal.
You can't just come on here and lie. That's like me just being like, "Oh well, fuck it. Kenny Omega's bad because I don't like him." It's like, bro, we don't do that.
I think Kenny Omega literally, and mind you, I'm not even really like a big fan of his. He is like an ungodly athlete, and he's insane, and he's able to have good matches with just about anybody. I cannot say that about Cody Rhodes. Every time he wrestles, he looks like he's like fighting with his own demons. Like I don't know what the hell his mannerisms are.
Bro,
I don't understand his whole goal.
Seth's best match in his career. Seth Rollins, the most critically acclaimed match he's ever had in his career. He was dragged to it by Cody Rhodes with one arm, and you're shitting on him like, please, like, one arm Cody,
dick rider, bro. I'm
definitely one arm Cody to fucking get a 5-star match. You know what I mean? Like,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, Seth has had so many better matches. The only reason why he didn't have these other claims is because of the issues that Bonds having with Dave Meltzer. It's because no. Y'all don't understand politics.
Okay.
Montel.
Go ahead, cook.
Montel I don't quite think Seth Rollins has ever had a match that good.
I don't quite think you know anything about wrestling. I think you made a platform so I can carry it for you.
Yeah, you know.
So what's the politics involved here? Explain me though.
Oh, Dave Meltzer's got a Seth Rollins agenda apparently. He's just not that good. It's just what it is, you know. It happens, you know.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna diss Seth.
Saying Seth is not good, but praising Cody Rhodes is some insane lying. But you know what? I understand that the education system in England is lacking. It's not as good as the education system in America. Y'all don't really understand. Y'all don't know math. Y'all don't know history. You know, it's crazy over there. Like what?
These Americans, I can't talking about education system. That is the richest. Seth Rollins cannot tie Cody Rhodes' boots.
No. You're gonna find out.
When Cody Rhodes walks out of WrestleMania with the belt,
I'm never wrong.
all your
I look
takes
at
will just
things.
pay really
I think about.
It's what it is. You know what I mean?
We can't hear you. I think your mic unplugged. It's what we can't hear you.
She unplugged her own mic on her own rant.
It's what we can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh
my god! So here's the deal. I don't think she realizes we can hear. Listen,
we're trying to tell her.
Did you mute me?
No, it was you. You muted yourself.
I did not mute myself.
You did. We were like, yo.
How long have I been muted?
About 10, 15 seconds.
Bro, that man muted me. That bricks oppressor.
Doing the silence.
I did not mute myself. I don't even know how to do that.
You've done it about 4 times in this podcast.
It was you.
I don't know how to do it.
I did the Divas Pod, and I was the person running this shit. What did I ever mute myself? No, this is a conspiracy against me, bro.
Monty silencing.
I cannot. I got two Cody Dick Riders on my neck right now. Like this is. I gotta be fighting these.
Nah, I just can't. I gotta draw lines. When people come in here and say, "Oh, Cody Rhodes," no one cares about Cody Rhodes. Like, okay, that's why he's about to win. That's why he's about to win the main event of WrestleMania. Like, yeah, no one cares about Cody Rhodes. Though. Make it make sense.
Monty, why don't you protect?
Okay, that's why you Mont McMahon, bro. That's why you fake as hell. British oppressor.
Monty, why?
Don't ever mute my mic again.
Monty, why do you take up for Cody like this, but not our guy from Chicago? Where was the line there when AO was talking crazy about Mr. Phil?
Because he wasn't because people weren't lying. People weren't saying no one cares about CM Punk, and they were just like, CM Punk's a freak, and I don't like him, and he should go away.
No,
okay,
they were saying he's bad. They were saying he's bad, bro. They're calling him bad.
No, but there's a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference. To say if
you know
they were
what's
saying
crazy is that Monty has mod
Punk.
powers and he can unmute someone if he wants to as well. Punk, so had I been the one to mute myself, I'm never letting this go. Had I been the one to mute myself, he could have unmuted it. Think about that.
Yeah. Anyway,
Wait, Monty, what I wanted to say was, you're getting mad at Isra, but you know why I'm chilling? Because everybody's gonna say all this stuff all week, right? Like,
yeah, but he's gonna walk out of Mania with the belt, and it's just like everything you've just said makes you look dumb. Like it's just
that's what I'm
silly.
saying. My point is, everybody's talking, right? Cody bad, Sammy should win, yada yada.
CM Punk is better than Cody Rhodes, by the way. I don't even like CM Punk.
I mean, I agree, but I was gonna say, people are like, oh, Cody's Batista. At the end of the day, Monty,
Cody is Batista. Cody is Batista.
You know
Cody is not half the talent that Batista is, half the promo that Batista is, half the look, half the man, half the talent, half the career. He is not.
Is Cody Rhodes Drax? Is Cody Rhodes Drax?
Batista's tattoo around his belly button is more iconic than Cody Rhodes will ever be.
That's a pretty kinky tattoo, I gotta say, Dave.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy
some nut
tattoo.
Shit, my nigga. You were on some nut shit. Putting a sun around your belly button. But my point is, Monty, at the end of the day,
wait. I know we don't got the bisexual bandit talking about what's fruity.
Bisexual bandit.
You gotta piss me off for real, like.
No, but my point is on Saturday, Cody's gonna get a huge pop. He's gonna win the Rumble. People are gonna love the build to him versus Roman, and his match with Roman is going to be sensational.
Because everyone wants Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns. You are delusional.
You're gonna hear his boo.
You're delusional.
You have been sitting there in your room by your lonely, rocking back and forth like Cody's gonna win. Cody's gonna win. These people don't know. These people don't understand.
I have one question, sir. I got one question. Clearly, you're not a fan of Rhodes, and you think all this stuff that you think, right? I have one question. If Cody has a face-off of Roman and the crowd goes crazy for it, and they're chanting "Holy shit" and all that stuff, will you admit that this feud, this program is over? Will you at least admit that?
I will admit that the reaction has been piped in. Because no one's gonna want that shit. They're gonna be crying in their seats. They're gonna be like, I don't want to fucking be here no more. Crazy. I'm all elite now. I can't do this bullshit no more. No, it's not. No one's gonna want that shit.
Bro,
no one wants
the same woman who wants Seth Rollins to win the Rumble.
Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns.
What are we doing?
You listen. It's gonna be just like 2014. You gonna hear boo, and all you gonna hear is Sammy, just like they was chanting.
People want Sammy. When Daniel Bryan did not come out in the Royal Rumble, everyone was getting booed. Even Rey Mysterio at number 30 was getting booed. Everyone was catching strays left and right. No one was happy. The Rock came up, Roman Reigns' arm up. Everyone was booing. The Rock was like perplexed. I've never been booed in my life for real. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Speaking of The Rock,
it's gonna happen again. Like, I'm telling you, no one.
Why are we talking about all these jabronis winning the Royal Rumble when The Rock's winning the Rumble? Like, what are we doing?
I had enough of both of you. Monty, who's winning the Women's Rumble? Who should win the Women's Rumble? Rhea Ripley, right?
Probably, yeah. Probably
Naomi. I bet somebody.
I'm down for that.
I literally bet somebody $500 that Naomi would show up, so she don't even show up.
Wait, what do you say?
I bet $500 that Naomi would show up and win.
That's a crazy bet, sir.
Well, I got crazy money. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
I know a lot about
it. Second time she's called you broke on the same podcast, bro. It's the second time, bro. That's a trend. That's a trend, bro.
I am exactly. It's crazy because I am not broke. Yeah, but listen, man. I'm looking forward to the show because of the Men's Rumble and because of the Roman Reigns Kevin Owens match. I love stadium shows in general. I don't like the look of modern American wrestling shows. They're just too fucking glossy. Like AEW is not kind of adapted to the WWE presentation. Shut up, Rob. But stadium shows always look really nice. So I'm very excited to watch the Rumble for those two main matches. Don't know what to expect with the rest of the show, to be honest with you. I was told privately that there's some alternative style of surprises planned for this show. I don't know what that means.
You've been getting lied to a lot.
Muta. We're getting muta.
Oh my
People
God.
in the back think you're sweet, Evu. They be telling you whatever.
That's not true. Not true. I have pretty good damn sources. And listen, man, I don't know who's coming.
You?
Yeah, no, Monty, I genuinely do. I genuinely do. Yes.
I don't know, man. You lost a couple recently.
Listen. I'm like 80. I'm genuinely 85. I'm like 85. So yeah, listen, I don't know what the surprises are. I know that a couple are planned. So much so that they didn't want to announce. They didn't want Cody to be one of the surprises because they have enough. We'll see what that means. I don't know what that means. We'll see. They say it's quirky alternative surprises. So
you said you're 85 years old?
No, I'm not. I'm not 85 years old.
You said you're 85.
Zero news.
No. Don't put that on me.
85% or 85 years old.
85%. 85%.
Israel has some shitty takes, but she cooks Ibu, so it cancels it out.
All of my takes are elite.
Israel is cooking a feast. Misogyny allegations will never be beaten.
By who? Me or Monty?
Where's purist women deserve better.
You do.
Listen, they've got the wrong platform, but you know what I mean? Israel, you need to cook. All this stay tuned. You know what I mean? Instead of fantasy booking Seth in the final four.
I have
you know what I mean?
Social anxiety.
No, you don't.
No, you fucking don't. Yo, answer right now. I have social anxiety. Answer 2 minutes ago. You broke ass nigga. Hey man, broke ass nigga. What the fuck is my Rolex, nigga? Like, what are you talking about? You broke ass Gigantopithecus.
Israel section. Dude, man loves his sections. Where's Chris, bro? Like, he's just
a lot of interest, bro. We started talking about the Rumble. He don't give 2 fucks. I respect it.
Yeah, Ripley, Cody. I don't know, man. It'd be cool if we got Rock. Pop.
That's what I'm telling you. No. Listen, it's not. There's no if. I'm telling you, it's happening. There's no.
The Rock. Okay. I'm not gonna give y'all my opinion about the Rock, because then it's gonna be everybody against me. But listen, this man, right? Let's say he's coming, right? Let's say he's going to wrestle the Roman at WrestleMania, right? Yes, Big Rome. Do you think the Rock has been training the past ever?
It's what Dave Meltzer has been claiming this whole time, that the reason The Rock does not want to do WrestleMania is because he refuses to wrestle if he doesn't have sufficient time to train for the in-ring. And what Dave said was that can he clear one day to do the match? Yes, but do it good is a different story, and he won't do the match if it won't be good. That's what the report was.
Listen. This is just a red hair.
Y'all have a story that I'm gonna take my glass off. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to see nothing. Listen. There has been a story developing within WWE, and it's the best story with the best faction that they've had in years. Yes or no?
Yeah.
And for them to fumble that and be like, okay, I'm just gonna fuck off all the shit that we've been building for the past almost year for some guy that has not been here for 10 months and has had 3 matches with a guy that's unrelated to this whole situation.
Facts.
And it just makes no logical sense. There are 3 opponents, realistically, storyline wise and history wise, that would make sense to go against Roman. So that's Seth Rollins, The Rock, and Sami Zayn. So before you start complaining,
not
you can't be sneaking Seth.
Mike is muted. No. Let me finish what I'm saying. You cannot invite me to your show and disrespect me and shit on me. My thing on my banner on top, it said Mike is muted. Okay, so y'all can't say, "Oh, you mute your mic. You're stupid. Women don't understand technology." No, that's not what it is. Listen, there's 3 people. There's 3 people currently under WWE that would logically make sense to go against Roman. And with that being said, of those 3 people, the only one that makes sense to go against Roman now, building towards WrestleMania, is Sami Zayn. So all of the other 2, backup plan. I say that as a Seth fan, right? Backup plans. Cody Rhodes is not even in the equation, not even in the picture.
Right.
Completely irrelevant. I don't care if y'all like him. You can like Cody Rhodes and you can suck him off all you want, but just know that you are dumb if you think that he deserves a place in the main event with Roman Reigns just because you like him. You could say, he could have a cute little United States Championship match. That would be cute. Intercontinental match. That would be cute. That's a good starting point for someone that hasn't been here for 10 months, and prior to that hasn't been here for like 6-7 years. Like, let's be smart. Let's use our brains for one day. I know that the education system in Jersey is shit, or the education system in the UK.
Yo, look at He unplugged his bird.
Yo, Rob, I need you to have the explosion ready. To freedom!
Yeah.
Yo, look at Monty. He's not moving.
Yeah.
Bro, she done.
No,
She done. Bro, as soon as you snuck in Steph, like all credibility.
I don't care
what
about your
saying,
feelings,
just,
bro.
like, just
I don't
any
argue
credibility
with
you
emotion.
said,
I'm
like-
talking about what actually makes sense.
yeah, and
You
sneaking
are
in
getting
Steph,
emotional.
Bro, like, it's
You are
dead,
getting
bro, like,
emotional.
it's dead.
Monty,
it's just
you
that
are
Monty
sad
was
right
like,
now. Please wipe
This
tear off
is-
your chin.
Nah,
Yo,
man.
yo, yo, when
you
she
just
said
walk.
sad-
Like, I can't do this shit, bro. Like, come on, be real. Like, come on,
Yeah.
like,
yo, she's trolling the shit out of Monty.
come on, be real. You know, I can't.
Yo, best podcast ever. Thanks to me.
You know what time it is, niggas.
I mean, it's fun. I guess it's fun. You know, we all laugh. You know,
You didn't laugh. You sat there like,
we all laugh.
No,
Like,
listen, we
come
got
on,
it.
you know.
I don't like this.
Listen,
Monty,
Israel,
Monty,
you know,
Monty,
your
Monty.
takes are really bad, you know, and it's fun for the people, but like, you know, we can like, you know,
You
we get
sound
content
like
out
you're
of
in
it.
your
It's good.
emotions right now, Monty. Listen, I understand we say things that we
It's
don't
good
mean
content.
when we're in our feelings. So when you calm down from this
I'm
that you're
fine.
having internally in your head and you feel better, you know, maybe you need to go take a walk. I don't know if it's safe to take a walk in where are you from? What's your city
Bandos,
called?
man.
Y'all be getting
The Bandos,
stabbed. Like it's
Them niggas-
okay.
them niggas-
Just put your little shield on, you know. Don't wear no headphones. You got to be aware of your surroundings so you don't get stabbed by nobody. Take a walk, smell some fresh air. I don't know if y'all have fresh air either, but just, you know, imagine what that would be like. Then come back and then you can come at me correct. Okay?
No, just keep
Then we
doing
can have a
what we've been
conversation
doing. We've
because
had a
you
good
don't want to have a
conversation.
conversation right now. You want to cry.
Here's the thing about it. Monty, I don't know why you're tripping. Cody's gonna win, and we're gonna win.
I'm not tripping,
bro.
bro. This is why
Cody's
I'm not
winning,
tripping, bro. This is why I'm
You
just
are
sleep.
tripping,
Like,
bro. You are definitely.
No,
Do you need this?
Monty, you're tripping because here's the thing, bro. This is funny to me, son. It's funny because Cody's gonna
Y'all are
win, and
coping.
niggas gonna
You are
No,
coping.
no.
I just don't. I don't want my
Cody's gonna
podcasters
win.
looking dumb at the end of this. You know what I mean? It's
Cody's
just
gonna
how it
win.
goes,
Cody's
isn't
gonna
it?
win, and you know what's gonna happen? It's just gonna be just like 2014. Just like 2014.
Okay, so what about when that? What about when like that doesn't happen? You know.
What about what happened?
But you know what though? No,
Monty,
you know what? It's completely dead, bro. Because like you see the victory lap on this podcast next week. I don't care if Idris here. I don't care if Rob's here. I don't care. Like the victory lap is gonna be fucking shameless, bro. Like absolutely shameless. You're gonna unsubscribe and shit, bro. Like it's gonna be so fucking nasty, bro. Like I swear. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna have the American flag painted on my chest and do the do the helicopter, bro. Fuck it, bro. Come on. The victory lap's gonna be disgusting, bro. It's gonna be disgusting.
Yo, Monty, what are we calling the worldwide episode?
Yeah,
like,
bro. It's
Cody
bro. I might
show,
even
like...
do like, bro. The branding, the flags, the eagles. The neck tattoo, bro, it's getting nasty. It's getting super nasty.
Monty, when Cody...
You're going to join the Aryan Brotherhood next? Like, this pipeline is pretty nuts.
Yeah.
I'm worried for you. I'm worried for your family. I'm worried for your neighbors and your community.
I'm worried.
Yo, Monty. Monty, you need to order the Cody removable neck tattoo.
Bro,
he has on WPP.com.
I think Murph got one.
Yeah, he did.
Listen,
you know what? I'm buying it right now.
Real shit.
I can't wait. Monday, WrestlePost Worldwide, the Cody Celebrations podcast.
No, that's just a tease. Like, I'm doing like a planned. I'm just doing like next Thursday.
Monty. When Raw opens up with a Roman Reigns, Cody staring out, and the crowd is like,
what are you like huffing and puffing for? I'm getting so uncomfortable right now. Like,
oh, bro, when Cody eliminates Seth Rollins.
Like,
oh, bro. Oh, it's gonna be sweet. That is. You know, that's what we do. This This is what we do it for. You know? That's real shit.
Oh man, WrestlePeer's Cody week, Monty. That's what we're gonna call it.
Cody. Yeah, we're doing a sharp week on Cody Rhodes and his road to WrestleMania.
Oh man, we out here, baby. And when the crowd loves it, when the crowd fucking loves it, he's gonna dab each other up. You feel me? Like,
bro, this is y'all are sword fighting like right in front of us right now, and I'm getting so uncomfortable. Like y'all are touching tips on the podcast. I can't do this no more, man. This is like hell. Can y'all relax? Like, what are you doing?
Next week's gonna be crazy. We're gonna be talking about Cody's new physique.
Take all clothes off.
It's gonna get crazy,
bro.
It
around. Like, what's wrong with you? Like,
Monty's gonna come back.
He's gonna be huge, 260. 260, you know, like a pure American legend.
Muscle.
You know, like that's what we're doing.
He's gonna tear his ACL running down to the ring.
No, he's not. No, he's
the
not.
roads to WrestleMania. See, Peach knows. Peach is cooking. You know,
walking down that.
Peach,
it's gonna be nasty, bro.
I'm not even kidding. Like Jersey, right though. Like I hop on I-80 right now.
Listen, yo, Ishra's gonna. You know what she's gonna be tweeting on the timeline? Triple H fell off. I'm not watching Mania. I'm protesting. This is bullshit. Vince is back. Suck my dick. Like she's gonna be Kobe.
You don't know. First of all, you don't actually know how I'm gonna react. I'm not gonna get on Twitter and complain. I'm gonna actually blow something up.
No. Oh. Okay.
Oh shit. Peach is getting called a traitor. It's unfortunate. Unfortunate. You know.
Oh man.
Listen.
Monty, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait, bro. I might.
Right, so listen. I'm gonna
cry.
Yo, you're a grown fucking man. Get up, nigga.
Man, I'm gonna cry, you know. Like.
On three. Adrenaline.
No, bro. Next week we gotta say.
Right, listen, I'm literally going to leave because
Fair.
I'm getting violated.
It's good shit, bro.
Listen. Thank you to everyone that showed up for me.
Wait, why don't we all just leave together?
Let's just be for real.
Together?
Excuse me?
Why don't we all just leave together? We're almost done.
I'm not going nowhere with you.
Yeah, Israel's got to make the dramatic. You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be.
I'm not going dramatic.
Israel's got to storm out. We can't end the podcast. She's got to storm out.
All right, whatever. Play the shit that you wanted to play so we can wrap up. Good work, Monty. Do your job, Monty.
EB, would you like to do an outro?
You guys love this crew. Isra is out of her fucking mind, but I appreciate her. I thank her for being on this podcast today. This has been a ton of fun. She has a lot of great insight on pro wrestling and perspective on pro wrestling. Even though I don't agree with her takes all the time on pro wrestling. Appreciate her. Counting on Cody coming soon. Rob, thank you for coming. Chris, special thanks to Chris for being here on the podcast. Special thanks to Manny, the Hooper, for being on the podcast. Monty, appreciate you, my brother.
Chris section. Why? What's with the Chris erasure?
I said Chris. I
didn't hear you.
Yeah,
I was tuning out the shit that you say because honestly, like you put me.
Whatever. Listen, I am not broke, and I am not 5'8". Love you guys. Listen, man.
No, you're 5'6".
Wonderful rest of the evening. God bless Jay Briscoe. Long live the Briscoes. Them boys forever. I want all you guys to enjoy the Royal Rumble. I will enjoy it thoroughly when Cody wins. Be sure to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for the super chats. Guys, I will leave
you. Ibu is 5'8".